Last night at the Big A, the Angels and Blue Jays locked up in another extra inning duel. But timely defense and Darren Erstad's 11th inning heroic sent the Halos home winners. Tonight, the eyes of Halo Nation will be on left-handed starter Joe Saunders in his Major League debut. Can the rookie answer the call? Find out next. Tonight at Angel Stadium, the Halos go for their 5th straight win. It's the Angels and Toronto Blue Jays in Game 2 of this series. The Angels have reclaimed first place in the American League West over the A's, while the Halos have won 4 straight. The A's have lost 3 of 4. Hi, everybody. Steve Physiak, Rex Hudler with you. The Angels coming off a thrilling 11-inning 5-4 victory over Toronto. And let's go back to that 11th inning. Here's the situation. Tie game 4-4. Orlando Cabrera leads off with a double. Darren Erstad comes up. What's the Angels' strategy?
For the second night in a row, get the game over. Erstad, nice piece of hitting here, but his job with a leadoff double, get the runner over. Okay, he tried there. Strike one. Now they give him the bunt sign. Split finger, couldn't do that, fouls it off. Now he's on his own. What's he do? For the second consecutive game, gets the game winner. Splits the left center field gap. That was lovely. Game over. The Angels continuing to find their offensive game and getting timely hits, Biz, with a .298 batting average with runners in scoring position. That's best in Major League Baseball. The timely hits have happened.
Now to tonight's game. Original Angels starter Paul Byrd will not throw because of back spasm. So the Angels reaching down to the minor leagues. Salt Lake City. Former first-round pick Joe Saunders will make his Major League debut. For more on Joe, let's go inside the game with Jose Mota.
Thanks a lot, Steve. Reaching down to the minor leagues has been a good thing for the Angels this year. And has been noticed about Joe Saunders, the fact that this guy, because he's tough, competitive, overcame a very serious shoulder injury in 2002. He missed all of 2003, rehabbed really hard, got strong, and has been posting some very good numbers ever since, including this year at 2 levels. Tonight, on 3 days rest, he makes his Major League debut. It's very exciting for him. Saw his parents visit by already today. And he'll feature a fastball on both sides of the plate. He'll run it away. He'll cut it in. Also a curveball, a slider, and what people say his best pitch, his changeup. The key is one thing. Keep it down. Back to you.
He hopes to get some run support as well, Jose, from that guy, Vladimir Guerrero. Coming your way next on KCAL 9.
No, something new. We've been there.
Okay, folks.
Why not make a smaller one?
One high-caliber thrill after another. It's the biggest and baddest summer ever. Now at Knott's. Adult tickets just $27.95 at Ralph's with your club card. Kids always $14.95.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, I'd like to return these checks. You put the bank's address on them instead of mine.
Okay, that's a new printing fee, a transaction fee, and of course a conversation fee.
Conversation fee?
We'll have to charge you for this little chat we're having. 3 pronouns, 7 verbs.
What?
Oh, emotional outburst fee. Well, those can be steep. You'll have to write us a check.
Fed up with fees? Try Washington Mutual. Our free checking has no teller fees, no fine print, no surprises.
There you go. Have to charge you for that.
Washington Mutual.
For serious summer fun, just add water. You're just minutes away from the coolest family fun in Orange County. Not Soak City Water Park. Save on Soak City tickets at Ralph's with your club card.
Angels Baseball on KCAL 9 is brought to you by Ford's Family Plan pricing going on right now. Don't miss it. By Jack in the Box, where we don't make it till you order it. And by Toyota. Get a great lease or low financing on any new 05 Toyota. See your Toyota dealer today. Get the feeling Toyota. Welcome back to Angel Stadium, where the Halos continue a 7-game homestand, 3 with Toronto, then 4 with the Boston Red Sox. The Angels have won 8 of their last 11 at home. Right now, let's check out the Southern California Ford dealers batting order for the Toronto Blue Jays. Russ Adams, Reed Johnson, Vernon Wells go 1 through 3. Then Shea Hillenbrand. Last 10 games, he's on fire, batting .364. And Hill, Zahn, Koski, Rios has been hot, and Orlando Hudson as well, the second baseman. The Suzuki starting pitcher making his big league debut, Joe Saunders.
Here's a left-hander. We got some numbers for him in the minor leagues. You can see the walks, 43 strikeouts, 104. That's nice. 150 hits. That's not too shabby. You don't want to be way over your innings pitched as far as hits go, but he's got nice pitches. Like Jose Mota said in the open, he's got a good fastball that he'll cut it and sink it at anywhere from 88 to 90 miles an hour. He's got a real good changeup, and he's got a slider. So being a first-time pitcher in the big leagues, the things he'll be battling are nerves. Okay, how cool and how calm can he be? So behind him, the jack-in-the-box defense for this evening's ball game. We'll see it. Where's Figgy? Well, you'll have to look at third base. There he is. He's been outstanding. There's 1 error in 57 games, and having played 6 positions during those 57 games, that's awesome. He's got a good, strong throwing arm, and the defense played heavily in last night's game. We got to show you some of the highlights. These guys were outstanding, and pitching and defense go hand in hand. Erstad early made it out. Cabrera with a beautiful run-saving stab there, makes the play. Kennedy on his way out, that saved a run. Frankie got out of a tough inning there, but defense, as always, is going to help that starting pitchers, and it's hopeful, Joe Saunders tonight, that defense will be clicking like they were last night.
The defense is ready to help out young Joe Saunders, a big guy at 6'3", 195, 24 years old, out of Springfield, Virginia. He was the Angels' first-round pick in 2002 out of Virginia Tech. And he'll be throwing to Benji Molina, who will be very responsible as he worked well with Irvin Santana this year. And Saunders gets a first pitch strike across to Russ Adams. These two may have competed against each other. Russ Adams, who was a star at the University of North Carolina. And there is a line drive right to Darren Erstad, and 1 man out.
Erstad in the right spot. Saunders' job is to keep that ball down. Okay, he wants to keep it away from the hitters. They can elevate that ball, possibly hit home runs off of him, but he's going to have to battle nerves and get through the first inning. Usually that's the toughest inning for any pitcher. Gauge what pitches he's got working. The first time in the big leagues here, and he's facing a team that's 18-14 against left-handed starters this year, and against lefties they're hitting .274 are the Blue Jays.
Reed Johnson up. He hits it sharply. So Saunders right now living large because a line out to Erstad. Now a smash to Kennedy. Both are outs and 2 gone.
When you got the top fielding team in the league behind you, that gives a big boost of confidence for you. And we just showed you the defensive package from last night's game. Paul Bird, he's a guy who pitches to contact, really relies on his defense. But Joe Saunders tonight making his debut will be no different. First 2 outs are nice plays by the fielders.
Bird not able to go because of the back spasms. He's hoping to make his next start this weekend against the Boston Red Sox, and here is a terrific hitter in Vernon Wells.
And the guy who really rakes left-handers is hitting .347 off of lefties. You can see what he's done there in the season. He's having a nice year.
He goes to right field. Vlad Guerrero under it, makes the catch. So Joe Saunders' major league debut, a shutout first inning on just 6 pitches.
Well, the Chrysler Group's done it again with their most award-winning and freshest lineup ever.
Chrysler Group vehicles are projected to retain their value better than Ford or GM.
Chrysler Group vehicles have significantly improved quality over the last 3 years.
You know, there's still something missing here.
Announcing Employee Pricing Plus.
everyone in America can get the employee discount plus up to an extra $3,500 cash allowance. So remember, if you can find a better car, buy it.
Now we're talking.
I'm like Jack's #1 fan. He just gets me. Jack, it's me! Jack! It's lunchtime! I was really craving another hot sandwich on his famous toasted sourdough bread. Then he comes out with the ultimate club. Oven-roasted turkey, Black Forest ham, bacon, which I love, cheese, lettuce, tomato, like he made it just for me.
Doug, glad you like the ultimate club. Stop sending your hair sculptures. I have a stun gun.
Jack's the best.
Find whatever you're looking for in the 200 horsepower Acura TSX with available satellite navigation.
The most talked about reality show is back. 18 fighters, 2 ultimate fighting contracts, 1 octagon. Who will make it to the UFC? The Ultimate Fighter 2. Check your local listings. Only on Spike TV.
Saunders keeping that left arm warm after a perfect first inning. Now he'll rest. Watch the Angels offense go. Your Southern California Ford dealers batting order: Figgins, Cabrera, Erstad, Vladimir Guerrero, Player of the Week in the American League. Then Benji Molina, Juan Rivera, Casey Kochman, Steve Finley, and Adam Kennedy. 4 hits last night. He is batting almost 600 his last 8 games. The Suzuki starting pitcher is lefty Scott Downs, 6'2", 190. He's a veteran, 29 years old, out of Lexington, Kentucky.
He's 1-2 in 4 starts this year. He's been used out of the bullpen mainly with a 5.89 ERA in those starts. He's not going to overpower you, but he's got a good curveball, slider, and a changeup to go along with his fastball. His keys, also like Saunders, keep the ball down, try to throw them strikes, and use his defense.
And he is coming off his best game of the year. He beat Detroit August 11th 2-1. Only allowed 1 run in 7 innings, threw 89 pitches, and the only run that scored off him was in the 8th inning that knocked him out of the game, a home run by Rondell White.
And he's a finesse lefty. That's the reasons why he wants to use his defense. A power pitcher, he's going to rely on blowing balls by guys. So the guy that doesn't overpower you really relies on location and changes speeds. Angels are hitting .266 off of lefties this year, and their record is 17-18 against southpaws.
Figgins swings and misses and strikes out on an 83-mile-an-hour cut fastball.
Jack in the box defense for the Blue Jays. They're ranked 6th in the league in fielding. Vernon Wells won his first Gold Glove last season. That's right. He's on the cover of their media guide sporting his gold. He's a good player. He's a big guy. You look at him physically, you're thinking, man, he looks like maybe a corner outfielder, not a center fielder. Tremendous athlete. Gets good breaks on balls. He's got a good, strong throwing arm. He's got 8 outfield assists.
Orlando Cabrera will bat second. Since moving from the 8 spot to the 2 spot, the Angels offense has been part of their pickup. And Cabrera with a ground ball to short. Wes Adams throws out Orlando, and 2 gone. But the Angels lineup, as Mike Scioscia has said several times, this is not the perfect lineup. On paper, it's not the most efficient, but functionally it's working the best right now. They've been averaging 6.5 runs per game the last couple of weeks of the season. And with Erstad hitting third, he's had 2 game-winning hits the last 2 games. And of course, Vladimir Guerrero, I think you'd like to see him hitting second, third, and fourth.
And well, how about 1 through 9? Just let him hit every time. But the Angels have a well-balanced attack right now. They're averaging right at 6 runs per game. They've been getting their hits, timely hits. I mentioned earlier, 298 average with runners in scoring position is the best in the majors. So they get that great starting pitching like they've been receiving. Good defense and those timely hits. They're going to continue to stay in first place. It's exactly what Scioscia wants. Continuity, he talks about in all 3 areas. Consistency.
Erstad with a ground ball to Orlando Hudson. He is there, and both starting pitchers with perfect first innings. We head to the second. Shea Hillenbrand will lead things off when we come back.
Get the bottom line now during Nissan's model year-end clearance. The bottom line on America's most exciting full line, including Nissan Xterra, Titan, and Z. Plus a $199 a month lease for 24 months or $1,500 cash back on Nissan Altima. See your Nissan dealer now. Clearance time happens once a year, and that's the bottom line.
Good news for those who suffer from the effects of remote-itis. Life doesn't have to be lived on the couch anymore. The remedy is just a phone call away to the ticket office at California Speedway. Feel the excitement that comes from seeing NASCAR under the lights live and in person. From the pre-race festivities with Earnhardt to Rusty's last call. Ask your doctor if NASCAR Racing Labor Day weekend at California Speedway is right for you. Side effects include a sore throat from yelling and adrenaline overload. For tickets to the NASCAR Nextel Cup 500, call 1-800-944-RACE or visit CaliforniaSpeedway.com.
For a limited time, Lincoln Mercury is extending our invitation to pay the same low prices our employees and their families pay. The Lincoln Mercury Family Plan. Through September 6th, get discounts on every 2005 Lincoln. For the second year in a row, Lincoln is the #1 nameplate in customer satisfaction with dealer service, according to J.D. Power & Associates. Now you can even drive the 2006 Navigator at this low family plan price. This offer ends September 6th. No hassles, no gimmicks. From the Lincoln Mercury family to the American family, welcome.
The Angels are currently accepting deposits for 2006 season seats, so be sure to get your deposit in now. Angels season seat holders receive incredible savings over game day ticket prices. The same great seat for all Angels home games, playoff priority, and more. So call 1-888-796-HALO to place your season seat deposit. That's 888-796-4256. Young guys there. Checking out the scene. Everybody dressed in red.
Guarantee you they're telling their parents, Mom, Dad, get those tickets for next year. We like coming here.
They get to see the major league debut of Joe Saunders, who has now thrown 7 pitches and 6 have been strikes. They got Adams, Johnson, Wells out in the first inning, now facing a hot hitting Shea Hillenbrand, 364 batting average last 10 games. And that pitch misses. Benji Molina said he would work with Joe Saunders, and the two met right after batting practice, and Benji said, what I want him to do is feel comfortable and confident, so I will find out what made him successful in the minor leagues and not change a thing.
That's right. You don't want to put too much into a rookie's head on the mound. You want him to just get out there, see what he's got in his major league debut, and so far he looks good. He's mixing up his pitches.
Fastball hit well to left field. Rivera is back, and Toronto's on the board as Shea Hillenbrand hits his 17th home run this year.
Well, Saunders won't forget him. First hit given up in the big leagues, a big fly. Shea Hillenbrand, their #4 batter. Hillenbrand, that's his 6th home run now against lefties. Hitting .330. He took a nice easy pass, but again, the ball's belt high. Irvin Santana found out in his major league debut against Cleveland what happens when you throw big league hitters belt high balls. It doesn't matter. Fastballs, changeups, sliders, whatever you got to keep them down and locate well to survive in this league.
Reed Johnson picking up some tips from Shea Hillenbrand on what he threw. There's a ground ball fielded by Sean Figgins. And out at first base is Aaron Hill. Tonight becomes the 6th Angel to make his major league debut. I mean, you're talking about Irvin Santana and Jake Woods and Joel Peralta, Prieto, Jeff Mathis has this past weekend. And there's Irvin Santana with a little bit of the Eddie Murray look to his hat.
Well, day after your start, you're going to just chill out. And that's the chill look. These guys are all waiting, hoping that they don't have to get into the game too early.
Jeff Mathis was sent down to make room for Joe Saunders. Saunders pitching at AA this year, won 8 games with a 3.49 ERA. Won 3 more at AAA with a 3.46 earned run average, so he's been solid wherever he's gone. And he gets it in on the hands of Zahn. That ball is lifted into shallow right, and a nice basket catch by Vlad Guerrero. It may have clipped his index finger on his throwing hand, and a little owie there, but an out as well.
Had to run a long ways for this one. Off the bat, I thought it was falling, but Vladdy, good long strides, gets to it. Watch his finger get in there. He's all right. Look at that focus. Basket catches are no guarantees.
You know, even when he's hurt, he's smiling.
As long as he's got 4 or 5 pieces of gum in his mouth, he's all right, though. He can just chew it off.
And Angel fans come to see him swing that lumber. And he has been hitting it a ton, and he'll be leading things off in the bottom of the second inning. Corey Koski, the batter, and he takes a breaking ball a bit low, 2-0.
You mentioned the fans coming and seeing Vladdy. Well, they've been coming in record numbers this year. The average attendance here at the Big A, 41,978 to watch Vladdy and company come out and root on a first place team.
22 of the last 32 games have been sold out. 3-game series with Toronto early in the week. A 4-game set with the Boston Red Sox, who come in. Boston tangling with Detroit today, and they beat them 10-7. Red Sox win it. Yankees lost to Tampa Bay 4-3, so Boston goes back in front 4.5 in that American League East. Oakland and Baltimore just underway, scoreless in the top of the second inning of play. And in that contest, Bruce Chen is throwing for the Orioles. Joe Blanton, the rookie right-hander, for the Athletics. Pitch a bit high, 3-2. Saunders showing good command this year. Only had 32 walks in 105 innings at AA and 11 in 39 innings at AAA. And a good breaking ball, so he gives up his first hit. A home run to Shea Hillenbrand. Gets his first big league strikeout. Corey Koski in the second.
As the blistering days of summer take their leave, an event comes along so legendary it can't be missed. The Toyota Time Clearance Event. Now get $1,000 back on a new Camry, Highlander, or Sienna. Choose $2,500 back or low zero financing on a new V8 4Runner. There's an incredible $3,000 back or 0.9 APR on a new Tundra Access Cab Limited. The clock's running, so catch this event now. With deals like these, everyone wins. That's moving you forward.
Phone, TV, TSL. Bundle up and save with SBC services and have it all for less than $70 a month. The reliability of SBC local service, digitally delivered satellite TV, and high-speed internet, all for under $70 a month. Add our singular wireless service and the savings just get better. Only one call to make, only one bill to pay. Call or log on now and get
Phone, TV, TSL.
Over 30,000 California families made history when they became part of the Ford family plan. Now, it's been extended until September 6th. Get employee pricing on Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs, including F-150, the highest-ranked light-duty full-size pickup in initial quality by J.D. Power & Associates. Now, save over 30% off the MSRP on an F-150 regular Cab XL. Ford's family plan ends soon. See your Ford dealer today.
Angels baseball on KCAL 9 is brought to you by Ford's family plan pricing going on right now. Don't miss it. And by SBC, going beyond the call. So many of these fans come to the ballpark to see the first place Angels and their star, Vladimir Guerrero. He will lead things off, bottom of the second inning. Guerrero comes in and he gets a wonderful ovation from the fans. The American League Player of the Week, batted over .500 the last week. And then went 2 for 3 last night, including a couple of walks. Downs gets a strike across. Guerrero, look at that month of August after hitting just .208 in July, the worst month in his major league career.
Yep, even the greatest hitters have their struggles in this game. All revolves around timing. Once you get that big hit or even a small hit, seems like you got the mojo off your back. Vladdy's been raking, hitting everything.
Rex, he was crushing the ball in batting practice. He did miss hit one and screamed after it, and the ball still hit off the front of the rock pile, and Darren Erstad looked up and he goes, what's he angry about? Didn't he hit it far enough? Come on.
Okay, Zahn, a 10-year veteran catcher, having his best year this year, is a tremendous signal caller. Happy to see his success in his 10th year in the big leagues. He's always been a backup. Now he's wanting this one in the dirt.
And Vladdy rips it to right field. That's incredible because that's about a few inches off the ground and well out of the strike zone. And Guerrero somehow gets the sweet part of the bat on the baseball. Well, you can win 4 tickets to an Angels home game and 4 Angels hats by guessing who will come up with the Angels' 9th hit tonight. Log on to kcal9.com to get complete rules and to play the 9th hit online. Brought to you by Toyota.
Well, you said it might be unusual, but not for Vladdy. Look at how he reaches out. This ball is really low on contact, but he bends that back leg. He reaches his arms out, though. He's got a real nice position for that. And with 2 strikes, that's a 2-strike approach for Vladdy.
And now the guy protecting him in the lineup is Benji Molina because the Angels without Garrett Anderson again today. Garrett has been plagued by the left patella tendonitis in his knee and also some back problems. Get him healthy. The Angels will face a right-hander tomorrow in Josh Towers. Jared Washburn goes for the Angels. Up the middle and through past Russ Adams. Guerrero goes to third. That could have been a double play, but Adams did not dive.
Well, it looks to me like that he didn't really have to dive. He just wanted to keep his glove down. It's a lot easier to start in a down position and come up. The ball stayed down on him and thought he could have gloved it, but he didn't knock it down. He's not real happy. He's talking to himself. Now, Vladdy sees the play in front of him. He was able to advance to third with no problem.
So the Angels have the tying run at third base and Vlad Guerrero, nobody out. Blue Jays will play the infield to give up the run to get the out. Molina continues to protect Vlad Guerrero on the road trip with Anderson sideline. And here's a big breaking ball. Juan Rivera, strike one. Tonight's speed and the radar gun is brought to you by SBC.
Yeah, but that play right there is a play that first place teams make, and you get a shortstop like that. Cabrera makes plays like that and at least gets an out if they can't get 2. But see how that opens up the game now. There's nobody out. First and third on a play that
Adams gets run and gets the double play, but the Angels chase home Guerrero from third base and tie the game at 1.
Okay, that's the play that's got to be made right there. But Angels get on the board and tie it up here. Juan Rivera didn't want to do that, but he ends up being productive. He doesn't get counted with an RBI there. Whenever you hit into a double play, you don't get credited for that, but the team does.
And that's one of the things that Mike Scioscia was trying to stay away from last night in that 11th inning. Erstad came through with the game-winning hit because he knows if Erstad does not what they would have done, or if Erstad gets the man over to third, they would have walked Vlad Guerrero, they would have walked Jeff DeVannen to load the bases and gone after Juan Rivera trying to get the double play. But Erstad came through and Guerrero never got up. Good breaking ball by Scott Downs. Casey Kochman facing a rare left-hander.
Yep, he's just 2 for 9 off of lefties this year. Mike Scioscia had the option of Jeff DeVannen, who's hitting .455 this year off of left-handers, but he stayed with Kochman, giving him a chance to hit lefties. And DeVannen, he likes him off the bench right now, coming into pinch hit, playing some outfield.
And Kochman hit left-handers very well in the minor leagues. There's DeVannen. So important because you've got him from the right side, left side, coming off the bench, and a man who can pinch run. Good speed.
That's right, and he's staying with Steve Finley. I like that. Got to get some timing out of their veteran left-handed swinger. First things first, though. Koch would like to get on for Finley. He's going to continue to sweep that breaking ball away from him. Maybe try a fastball in here.
Boy, it got in there in a hurry at 88 miles an hour, and Casey Kochman strikes out for just the second time this year.
The Chevy employee discount for everyone has changed the entire industry. We've extended it so more people can take advantage of this amazing offer. But the 05s are rolling out, and when they're gone, they're gone. So come in now for the Chevy employee discount. You still pay what we pay, but only while supplies last. Now get $3,000 cash back on popular models like Chevy Tahoe, Suburban, Avalanche, Silverado regular and extended cab. Hurry in. The 05s are rolling out. Don't miss them.
Clara is my home care worker. She helps me to live independently in my own home instead of a nursing home. But the governor has twice tried to cut her salary to minimum wage, and now he wants you to believe that Clara is what's wrong with California.
The governor has a secret plan to create anger against caregivers and other public workers by blaming them for what's wrong with California.
Instead of working with legislators for better health care, the governor is looking for people to blame.
People like me.
In a world of artificial sweeteners, fake flowers, and designer knockoffs, you can still get your hands on the genuine article. The 2006 Mercedes-Benz E350 with a powerful 3.5-liter V6 engine. Why compromise your drive? See your local authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for a special lease offer on the 2006 E350 sedan. Value unlike any other. Visit your local authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer today.
1-1 ball game. The Blue Jays and the Angels at the Big A. The Toyota upcoming schedule. One more with the Blue Jays at 7 tomorrow. Towers against Washburn. Then the Red Sox come in for 4. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. First game it'll be Tim Wakefield with his knuckleball against Bartolo Colon, going for win number 16 this year.
First things first.
And the first thing is on a Tuesday night, which has been very special to the Blue Jays. They're unbeaten on the road on Tuesdays this year, which really, when you think about it, HUD, means absolutely nothing.
Well, you know, they're 15-3 overall the whole season this year on Tuesdays. And on the road, you mentioned it, 9-0. Gibbons is hoping that works for his ball club. Angels looking for 5 in a row.
Figgins has it on 2 hops. His throw right on the money. They get Alex Rios for the first out of the 3rd inning.
Tell you what Sean Figgins is doing this season is amazing to me, and the average fan that listens to the games or watches the games out here don't really appreciate what he does. 1 error and just, you know, 57 games and all the positions he's played is amazing. You have to have tremendous athletic ability. He's got the great speed, but his arm is a plus. To play third base every day like that in the big leagues, you've got to have a cannon that can throw it across the diamond, and Figgy has that.
Should they give a gold glove to a guy who starts like 6 different positions and plays over 100 games?
Yes.
He'll be starting like 150 this year.
If the Angels go all the way and win the World Series, absolutely they need to make an award just for Sean Figgins.
Every time that Mike Scioscia talks about Vladimir Guerrero as the MVP, he says, hey, let's not forget Sean Figgins, what he has meant to the Angels this year.
And he brings it every single game. Just has his little bag of gloves that he brings. He doesn't even check the lineup until he gets ready to go on the field. And I think he just glances at that and he knows he's in there every day. That's the big thing.
And what does his mom back in Brandon, Florida, wait for you to say every single telecast?
Well, I'm going to have to wait because we know that that's going to happen tonight. He will get Figgy with it.
There you go. Breaking ball misses outside. Saunders has not walked a Blue Jay in the game, has struck out 1. That was Koski to end the 2nd inning. He's given up 1 hit, the home run by Shea Hillenbrand. Comes right after him with a high fastball, popped up, shallow right. Kennedy out, called up by Vlad, and 2 gone.
Communication is of the utmost importance during the whole game, but especially the early parts of the games here. The twilight, when that ball goes up, you can't see it. So you really got to communicate. If you can't hear, you got to use body language by throwing your arms up. If you're Kennedy, saying, I can't see it. So the elements of the game sometimes can be won or lost here early by dropping a ball.
Well, that's a great pitch right there on the outside corner at the knees at 90 miles an hour, kind of running away from Russ Adams. Didn't show him that pitch his first at bat, so it's the 2nd time through the order for Joe Saunders. Now he drops the breaking ball and misses. said Adams and Saunders likely faced each other in college because Virginia Tech would play North Carolina. Saunders, first-round pick out of Virginia Tech in 2002. And Russ Adams, a 2002 first-round pick from the Tar Heels.
We talked about, I did a little bit earlier, about Adams' defensive miscues this year. He's made 20 errors, but he certainly is a nice hitter. 50 RBIs, man, that's really good for a leadoff guy.
Yeah, he is second among all rookies in runs scored with 50. First in walks, 36, and that's why John Gibbons has him leading off. Good eye.
Well, you know, Orlando Hudson is such a good second baseman. That's really Adams' position. But they put him over there at shortstop, and he'll work on a few things between now and the offseason and next year, mainly his arm position and his footwork out there at shortstop. There's a lot to do when you move from second to short because of the throw.
To left field, Rivera back, pulls it down. A 1-2-3 third inning for Joe Saunders. A 1-1 game.
For a limited time, Lincoln Mercury is extending our invitation to pay the same low prices our employees and their families pay. The Lincoln Mercury Family Plan. Through September 6th, you'll get our discounts on every 2005 Mercury, including Mariner, 26 miles per gallon highway, a Consumer's Digest Best Buy, and a distinctive look all its own. Drive the 2005 Mariner at this low family plan price. Offer ends September 6th. No hassles, no gimmicks. From the Lincoln Mercury family to the American family. Welcome.
I was tired of being left behind. I wanted a life.
My own life.
So I did something about it. I picked up the phone. And I called Bryman.
And I became a pharmacy technician.
A dental assistant.
A medical administrative assistant.
It was fast, easy, and affordable. And all because I made one call. I have an amazing life.
Bryman College can train you for a great career in the healthcare field. Call 800-4BRYMAN. Bryman College. Dream it, learn it, do it today.
So what are you waiting for?
Thrill seekers, bargain hunters, unite. The Mitsubishi Summer Thrill Ride clearance is here. Now for a limited time, buy any new 2005 Mitsubishi car or SUV and never pay interest. Get 0% APR for 60 months on all 2005 Mitsubishis and save thousands in finance charges compared to a typical car loan. Only at Mitsubishi, driven to thrill.
The Blue Jays and Angels tied at 1. Back in June, we had text to vote contest on KCAL 9 Angels telecast, and the winner's got a chance today to come out and take batting practice with Mickey Hatcher.
That's a nice swing right there. There's Mike Ashman. He's a BP pitcher, batting practice pitcher for the Angels. Got to come out and field. Look at that, nice experience. Even the youngsters getting hitting instructions from one of the finest, Mickey Hatcher.
Well, text to vote will be back on KCAL 9 in September. There you see Angels pitching coach Bud Black with rookie Joe Saunders in his major league debut. He's allowed 1 run in 3 innings. Scott Downs 1 run in 2 innings.
Blackie doing what he does best, communicating. One of the top pitching coaches in the game. Finley, he's got a pretty nice average against lefties. He's hitting .269. He's got 3 home runs and 21 RBIs.
Trying to find his stroke, really a rough time in the month of August. And he bounces it foul. And what makes it even more difficult, Hud, is the fact that he does not look comfortable at the plate.
Well, he's going through what a lot of players go through, but the fact that this guy is a veteran of many seasons, he can make some adjustments. He hasn't lost it. He just is not in a good groove.
And he strikes out. It's the 3rd strikeout for Scott Downs in this game. Downs doesn't have overpowering stuff, but now 20 strikeouts in his last 4 starts, and that covers just 18 innings.
Right. Finley going to see a steady diet of breaking balls away from him until he can get his timing back, get a few big hits. But I guarantee you Finley will show up before the season's over with some big hits. They're hoping. It is getting close to the end of August, but he just hasn't had a great season.
Well, here's a guy who's been coming up with some big hits of late. Adam Kennedy, 15 for his last 29. He tied his career high with 4 hits last night. Now batting third, 337, and Rex, he just needs 45 plate appearances to qualify for the batting title. That's off the pace. And the player must average 3.1 plate appearances for each team his game plays in a season. There's a bouncing ball to first base, and Kennedy is the second man out.
Well, it's been as steady as you can get. Both of these teams got great number 9 hitters. The O-Dog, Hudson at second base, and Kennedy. They've really brought a different dimension to number 9 batters with what they can do. They got some pop. They're playing great defense, and you're seeing the top 2 fielders too in their positions. Hudson's number 1 and Kennedy's number 2 in fielding percentage.
With 2 out, Sean Figgins comes back up, struck out swinging, first strikeout by Downs. Scott really doing a nice job for John Gibbons because he was not expected to be part of the starting rotation. He was pitching out of the pen, and they needed a starter with some of the injuries that they've suffered recently. Roy Halladay, of course, and Ted Lilly. Downs taking Lilly's spot and pitching almost as well. He's out of Lexington, Kentucky. He was the Cubs' 3rd-round pick, 1997, out of the University of Kentucky. In high school, he was Kentucky's Mr. Baseball. Figgins to right field. And making the catch, Alex Rios. So the Angels done quickly and quietly in the 3rd. We head to the 4th. Reed Johnson will lead it off.
As the sweltering days of summer come to pass, the time comes for an event so momentous it can't be missed. The Toyota Time Clearance Event. Now get $1,000 cash back on a new Camry, America's best-selling car. Or lease a new Camry sedan for just $249 a month for 36 months. Lease a new fun-to-drive Corolla for only $199 a month for 36 months. The clock's running, so catch this event now. With deals like these, everyone wins. That's moving you forward.
I'm Dave Gonzalez. Tonight after the game, authorities defuse a possible terrorist plot in Southern California. What the FBI discovered. And a local man barely survives a vicious chimp attack. Now hear his harrowing story.
I'm Jackie Johnson. I'll have your 5-day weather forecast on KCAL 9 News tonight after the game.
In style, sexiest stars revealed. Then, chilling 9/11 calls caught on tape. Next ET.
Tonight at 11:30 on KCAL 9.
Angels fans, don't miss out on Photo Day, presented by Save on Drugs. Festivities will take place at the ballpark this Sunday prior to the Angels-Red Sox showdown. Gates will open at 11 in the morning, and a limited number of fans will be invited down to the field to take photos of their favorite Angels from 11:30 till noon. Tickets are very limited, so purchase your tickets now at angelsbaseball.com. You can get a shot of Adam Kennedy this Sunday against the Red Sox. That's the final game of that 4-game set with the Sox.
That'll be on the field. Players kind of walk around out in the outfield, get shots from the fans.
Joe Saunders now facing Reed Johnson for the 2nd time. Got him on a hard ground ball. Second baseman Adam Kennedy. He's the young man out of Temecula High School, then went to Cal State Fullerton. And Reed Johnson was the very first Big West player to get 100 hits and score 100 runs in a season.
Not to mention he was an academic All-American.
Had the right stuff. Bouncing ball, second base, Kennedy again. 1 out. So Joe Saunders, very impressive in his major league debut. Doesn't look like he is that nervous. He is, one of the scouting reports said he had very good poise, and we've seen that from the get-go. Buddy Black knew that when the Angels drafted him back in the 2002 draft, he did not pitch that year, and as Jose Mota told us in pregame, he suffered a left shoulder injury in 2003. Vernon Wells to right field, and he is the second out. But that was a tough time because He signed so late, didn't have a chance to pitch. But what they found out was that he had done the damage pitching at Virginia Tech and sat down for a 2-week period. Came back, Rex, and pitched so well that it allowed him to be a first-round pick. But the injury cost him all of 2003.
Well, he's a lefty, and he's a good-looking lefty. Guy's not going to overpower you, but he kind of reminds me of a Jared Washburn when Washburn got to the big leagues. Okay, I'm not so sure that Saunders has a 92-mile-an-hour fastball to 93. That's what Washburn had when he broke in 6 years ago.
Hillenbrand hits it well to left center field, and Steve Finley calls up Juan Rivera this time, and Shea Hillenbrand, after homering his first time up, flies out to center.
Get the bottom line now during Nissan's model year-end clearance. The bottom line on America's most exciting full line, including Nissan Xterra, Titan, and Z. Plus a $199 a month lease for 24 months or $1,500 cash back on Nissan Altima. See your Nissan dealer now. Clearance time happens once a year, and that's the bottom line.
Come on out!
Where are you? Come on out. Chicken.
The Western Chicken with bacon and onion rings. New at Carl's Jr.
Well, the Chrysler Group's done it again with their most award-winning and freshest lineup ever.
Chrysler Group vehicles are projected to retain their value better than Ford or GM.
Chrysler Group vehicles have significantly improved quality over the last 3 years.
You know, there's still something missing here.
Announcing Employee Pricing Plus. Everyone in America can get the employee discount plus up to an extra $3,500 cash allowance. So remember, if you can find a better car, buy it.
Now we're talking.
Angels baseball on KCAL 9 is brought to you by your California Chrysler dealers. Chrysler inspiration comes standard. By the new Western Bacon Charbroiled Chicken Sandwich at Carl's Jr. Without us, some guys would starve. And by the Nissan Bottom Line Model Year-End Clearance now at your local Nissan dealer. Ends September 30th. We're here at Angel Stadium. Another terrific crowd. Looks like over 40,000. It could be a sellout tonight.
Always looks good.
Starting to fill up around the 3rd, 4th inning.
Fans wearing their red. This is a great place to come to watch a game, and you talk to the opposing players like we do every day, and they always tell you they love playing here. It's noisy and loud, and players love that.
Now, this is a week they'll want to wear the red with the Blue Jays and the Red Sox in town. Red Sox in for a 4-game set beginning Thursday. Orlando Cabrera takes a strike. The count is 2 balls, 1 strike. It was Orlando who came up, and he got the double to start that 11th inning.
Oh, that was a beautiful swing too. It was a pitch out, down and away, shot it down the right field line. Leadoff doubles are valuable, especially in extra inning games, and you're the home team.
Well, watching him in batting practice, he's really driven to take that ball to right field. I'll bet you he spent 70% of the time trying to take that ball to right field, and he was hitting a lot of line drives in that territory, trying to stay away from that pull mode.
He grounded out to the shortstop in his first at bat. Now 2nd time around. Seeing Downs. This is the first time Downs has ever faced the Angels. There's a few players on the team that have faced him before, though. Cabrera, one of them. He was just 1 for 2.
Well, he lines this one sharply to left field, and Reed Johnson comes on to take care of it. But that's exactly what Orlando Cabrera wants to do. Look away, let the ball get deep, take it to right field when he does, and if he comes inside, still have the ability and the quickness in the hands to pull it to left. You got good wood on that one. Angels have just 2 hits in the game. Guerrero and Benji Molina, both right-handed hitters, will be coming up possibly in this inning. Vlad definitely will, and Benji batting 4th. Breaking ball in there from Scott Downs.
Well, they're seeing a soft toss and lefty basically from Downs, and that's no disrespect to Downs. That's how he gets hitters out, changing speeds and working that strike zone.
Jamie Moyer's won over 200 games with a soft toss and lefty. In the air, left side, Johnson coming on, and Reed has to watch it drop foul.
Kenny Rogers is having a tough time, though. He's a soft tosser now this time in his career, but he lost again tonight.
He was pounded tonight.
He hasn't won since he came back from his suspension.
Cleveland got him 8-2. But Scott Downs, one of those guys who used to throw hard. Then, of course, he had the Tommy John surgery. He was on the DL 3 times early in his career in 1 year, and finally they shut it down, had the Tommy John surgery, missed all of the 2000 season. That's back up the middle, and Downs has it. So Scott will face Vlad Guerrero with nobody on and 2 out. Vladimir Guerrero, one of our Dodge League leaders, he's been moving up in the batting race. His batting average was down in the low 300s, but now it's at 327 because of this remarkable month of August, batting over 470 now. Johnny Damon leading the league in 334, and then Michael Young is third. Ball 1.
Greg Zahn, the catcher, said they'd walk Vladdy any situation that he really could hurt him. He'd walk him. Take their chances with Molina.
Vlad Guerrero. Reed Johnson is back, and he's at the wall to pull it down. So Guerrero, the final out of the 4th inning. We remain tied at 1.
Over 30,000 California families made history when they became part of the Ford family plan. Now, it's been extended until September 6th. Get employee pricing on Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs, like the Ford Explorer, America's best-selling, most trusted SUV. Now, you can drive one for just under $23,000. That means you'll save over 25% off the MSRP. Ford's family plan ends soon. See your Ford dealer today.
Experience the flavor of Mexico. Start a new journey. Chart a new course. Go a new way. Discover the new Infinities at the Infinity Limited Engagement Summer Event. Like the 298 horsepower 6-speed Infinity G35 Coupe and G35 Sedan. See your Infinity dealer for attractive lease and finance rates. But don't wait too long. Infinity's limited engagement ends September 6th. Now get 1.99% APR on G35 sedans.
Enter for your chance to win a GM vehicle with the Angels Baseball Saturday Night Drive Sweepstakes presented by General Motors. One lucky fan will win a GM vehicle during each Angels Saturday night home game. For more information, complete sweepstakes rules, or to enter for a chance to win, visit angelsbaseball.com/Saturday night.
Well, I guess this Saturday they won't give a car away because it's a day game.
Saturday Day Drive. They just call it Saturday Day Drive. That's just barely foul. But the sad part is, Hud, you will not be here when all the fans turn and look to the booth at Rex Hudler to say,
live from Angel Stadium, it's Saturday Night Drive.
There you go.
Well, as long as they keep those fans happy, that's all that matters.
Is that a beautiful sight?
That's right.
Father and son.
Dad teaching the kid the game. That ball just narrowly went foul down the right field line by Hill.
So Saunders throws him another breaking ball at 71 miles an hour. He'll ground it out to third his first time up. He is another rookie in that Toronto lineup. Former first-round pick Hill out of Visalia, California. Went to LSU Usually when you go from California, a great baseball state, to LSU, you're a marvelous talent. And he was.
He did a great job filling in for Corey Koski when Koski was out with his thumb surgery that he had. Played third base. Guy can play a little bit of the shortstop position in second.
In there with the fastball as Saunders snuck it by him on the inside corner.
Second strikeout. He'll take it. Benji Molina setting that target up, down and in. Hit it right where he wanted it. Perfect pitch.
So Joe Saunders looking mighty sharp, looking like the guy who went 27-7 for the Hokies in his 3 years. He'll face Greg Zahn. Popped him up to right field his first time up. Just missing outside. 2-0 goes the count.
Zahn, 293 from the right side. He's a switch hitting catcher. Pretty valuable commodity to have. 255 from the left side of the plate. But you're going to face more righties than you are lefties.
This is Saunders' first 3-0 count. Last Friday he pitched an 8-inning shutout, and he's throwing on 3 days rest. He's allowed 0 or 1 earned run 6 of his last 9 starts in the minor leagues. And he gets the fastball across it. A 3-1 count. Benji Molina said, you know, he is aware that I know the Toronto hitters better than he does because of his experience, but I want him to make sure that he is comfortable and go ahead and shake me off if you don't like my pitch selection. Well, down next to the Angels dugout is our Jose Mota.
Well, I've seen a very composed young man right there in Joe Saunders. The one thing I really have liked the most, he is not falling in love with any one pitch, still using much of his repertoire, keeping the ball down, everything and all happening on 3 days rest.
And I like the way he went away from Aaron Hill and then finished him off on a fastball inside that surprised Hill.
Location was key. That's what froze him. He thought it was going to be down. Koski trying the surprise bunt. Doesn't do a whole lot of that.
What happens, we have a lefty throwing strikes and you got a lefty up hitting.
And when you're hitting 197 off of lefties, you might try that. Brian Butterfield, he's back after getting tossed last night on that play at the plate. He got to a little argument.
Koski struck out on that big curveball his first time up. Misses with the fastball. The count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Had a great year in 2001 with the Twins. 26 home runs and 103. Joined the Blue Jays after leaving the Twins, and then in the middle of May slid hard into second base and damages some. Missed the last 2 months of the season, and you wonder, Rex, if he is completely ready to play or if he's going through his spring training, because Corey Koski, much better the hitter than he's shown, just .235 since coming off the DL.
Yeah, you know, you miss a couple months of the season, that's going to mess with your timing big time. But he's a good solid player, good third baseman. He's aggressive. He lays out for a lot of balls. He can get some timely hits.
Koski fouls it back.
If you look at Adam Kennedy where he is playing and you watch Cabrera right here, where Kennedy's playing tells you a lot about the use of Saunders on both sides of the plate. If you have been abusing the sinker inside on lefties, Kennedy definitely would have been shading way over towards his left.
Koski hammers it to center field, and Toronto has a first and second situation with 1 man out in the 5th inning.
Well, that's what Koski's looking for, a lazy breaking ball, something up in the zone that he could get his bat on, and he went right with it. He just stuck that one.
A lot of times you show bunt or you try to bunt. The one thing the bunt does is makes you track the ball better. He stayed right on that pitch. Might have been all dictated by the fact that he saw the ball longer.
Now Saunders wants to keep the ball down to this guy, Alex Rios. He's been on fire of late. Came in batting .406 his last 8 starts. Grounded out to third, and that's what Saunders is looking for here. He gets a first pitch strike across at 90 miles an hour inside corner at the knees.
Last night the Blue Jays stranded 7 runners. They were just 2 for 7 with runners in scoring position. They're hitting .271 as a team with runners out there at second and beyond.
Ground ball short. Cabrera has it. 6-4-3, and Saunders gets out of trouble in the 5th inning. Nicely done.
That's why they call it the pitcher's best friend, because believe me, this really takes you out of big innings. First man sure, second man quick. Look at Kennedy. Cleared himself nicely on that double play.
See you in 12 days, boys.
Far from home. This cave is a very serious piece of work.
What the hell was that?
The whole damn tunnel collapsed. We're not going out the way we came. Further from hope.
The rescue team will come for us.
The best people are all right here. We are the rescue team.
Closer to hell. The cave.
If you ever want to see the sun again, you should follow me now.
Rated PG-13. In theaters August 26th.
Hi, I just want to make a deposit.
Do you have your account number?
Right here.
Lean forward, please.
What is this?
It's our new customer tracking system. It has your account number and barcode. It speeds you right through the line.
Now what?
That line over there.
Feel like banks are getting a bit impersonal? Try Washington Mutual. We're building our bank around you because we never forget it's your money.
It's a holdup.
I hate it when these things don't scan.
Washington Mutual.
Blue Jays Angels tied at 1. Jose Mota, we're enjoying seeing 2 of the top defensive second basemen in the American League this series.
Together with the bats and with Kennedy and Orlando Hudson. One advantage that Hudson has, and that'll affect the amount of errors. He plays 81 games on artificial turf. Not to take anything away, but a lot of credit to AK and the fact that he has really stabilized it and balanced it out with a solid offensive year.
The fact that Adam missed 7 months, had 2 ligaments replaced in his knee, got to grade that on a heavy scale as well, as very difficult to come back from 1 ligament tear, let alone 2. Came back before anybody thought he would, and he hasn't missed a step. They say you don't recover from that surgery, and your first step quickness for a full year. I don't know, I haven't seen anything missing in his game.
And most doctors will tell you the injury that he suffered takes a full year to 18 months. He came back in 7.5 months, and it tells you what shape he was in during the injury. He was able to work his way through it much more quickly. Benji Molina squares it up to center field, but right at Vernon Wells.
It's got one of the most beautiful swings you'll ever see, night in and night out, through the zone for a long time. Solid contact, and not control where it goes though.
Well, Benji doing an amazing job batting over 300 despite a lack of speed. And now Juan Rivera will come up. And Jose, what do you like about the improvements of Juan Rivera? Because just talking with him, just seeing a shot of him at home plate, he looks like a more confident hitter.
You walk up there with all that confidence. The opposition knows that. Playing time has a lot to do with it. Also production. Yesterday we saw him go deep against the right field wall with a lot of confidence. One thing has been key for him. He talked about the fact that he's loading now with his hands going back and not loading with his shoulders. He was bringing his shoulders back too much, which is making him look at the ball with only one eye.
Well, he's got the right approach, right center field. When you have that type of approach, then you can wait longer, and your natural reactions will allow you to turn on an inside fastball. But you see the ball longer when you think right field.
One thing he also did is, instead of starting his hands so far in front of his face, you'll see him now start him back more towards his right shoulder, so he's not thinking so much about loading.
Try not to think during the game. You think during batting practice. He'll take the walk.
And that is the first walk by Scott Downs tonight. He has only allowed the Angels 2 hits. Both came in the second inning, and then a 6-4-3 double play by Juan Rivera got Guerrero home with the tying run. Shea Hillenbrand had given Toronto a 1-0 lead with a home run in the second. Now Scott Downs must face Casey Kotchman. Struck him out swinging. Casey was very good against southpaw pitchers in the minor leagues. Downs swept that slider away and then came in and struck him out swinging.
It's 2 Toronto pitchers, lefties, now that I've seen consecutive nights with a step-off move. One thing that many pitching coaches do not like. There it is again.
Right, it can be very taxing on the shoulder, but you know, you don't see a lot of guys do that because of the stress involved with the arm. Sachin did it last night once, but good left-handers that have a step-off move like that, they'll wait and they'll save that move at a crucial time in the game. They're not going to show it in the first inning or the second inning. They're going to wait and do it when they can pick a guy off. You know, that's a move you don't really want to show all the time.
Kotchman takes a strike, and right there for him.
Mark Langston had one of the best step-off moves I've seen. Terry Mulholland in his prime was awesome with that step-off move. These guys could catch you just with 2 or 3 feet off the base is all.
Kotchman waves at the off speed. He goes from 85 all the way down to low 70s. And Kotchman in trouble now, down in the count, 0-2. So Downs has the options.
Watch him from down here. A lot of guys will throw you deception with that glove, but one thing Scott Downs does is his lower body is key. He throws a lot of legs at you to come with.
Got like a little modified slide step, but that's 2 lefties in a row now the Angels have seen that really use the art of deception. Sachin last night, he throws his glove open at the hitter. This guy here is going to throw a little bit of arms behind him, but both guys using their whole body to deceive the hitters. You see, whenever you can get the hitter off balance like that, all he's got left is his little arm swing. So Kotchman just got a piece of that. Really want to stay closed with that right shoulder if you're a left-handed batter facing a lefty, because they're going to bend those hooks away from you, and the tendency is to fly that shoulder open.
The less you think about the body, the more you think about the hands, the better off you'll be. You can ask GA about that.
Kotchman got it on his hands, lifts it foul. A 1-2 count to Casey. Tough guy to strike out.
Lots of times the key to keeping that shoulder in too is the batter's lead foot, his stride foot. You don't want to stride too far because that pulls your upper body to more of a lunging position. That'll help you keep your weight back if you plant a firm stride foot.
Kotchman had that remarkable start to last year when he had no strikeouts in his first 48 career plate appearances, and then starts very well this year. Only 1 strikeout first 36 at bats, and then struck out his first time up against that lefty Scott Downs. Trying to stay away from that, keep this inning alive, keep the rally going. They have him played to spray the ball towards left field, a bit in the outfield. Checks his swing. Did he go? Nope. 2-2.
Well, Casey has seen everything so far. Fastball, the big curve, now a little slider going away. Maybe picking up the ball better with each pitch, hoping for a payoff.
Jose, the next pitch will be the 8th from Downs to Kotchman. He's a foul line to foul line hitter. Strike 3 called. Wow, after talking about his ability to stay away from the strikeout, Downs has got him twice in this game.
He's pitched Kotchman pretty tough. You can see Zahn sitting on the outside part of the plate. There's a fastball, kind of like Joe Saunders when he caught Hill looking, same location. Almost like a 3/4 sidearm delivery there. That's a deceptive angle for the left-handed batter. Rivera, he's 1 stolen base, has been caught 6 times. Don't really see him going.
At least 4 of those on hit and runs.
There's a little step-off move again. Zahn, he's thrown out 21% of the runners this year. Scott 16 and 57 have reached.
Ground ball. Hudson has it, bobbles it. Finley will be safe at first base.
Little worm burner to the right side of the field. Must have bounced about 15 times. They're going to rule it a hit, but I guarantee you, Jose, when you talked about playing on artificial turf, you're not going to get bounces like this. See, watch it kind of come up at the last minute. He couldn't quite glove it in the sweet part of his glove. And because he had to range so far to his left, that's the reason they gave him a hit. But O-Dog could make that play.
Well, a lot of times you get comfortable with the artificial turf. You put your glove in one spot, the ball's going to find it. It happened earlier in the game, that ground ball by Molina up the middle with Russ Adams. Same thing.
Believe me, Finley will take the hit.
And now the opposing second baseman. We talked about the Gold Glove battle between Adam Kennedy and Orlando Hudson. And there's a line drive, so Kennedy makes him pay. Coming home is Juan Rivera. The throw by Alex Rios offline. Angels have their first lead of the game.
Not really surprised with Adam Kennedy hitting .429 with runners in scoring position. He's been squaring the ball up very regular lately. Not surprised one bit. Kennedy takes this inside fastball, nice easy swing, and a little uppercut. He tried to lift it, and it's a good thing, or it would have been caught by Hudson.
It's a good preparation by Adam Kennedy. He's watching the way Downs has worked the previous lefties, Kochman and Finley. Not willing to give him anything good right down the middle of the plate. He takes advantage of it.
Starts with a lone walk by Downs, ends up scoring there. Kennedy raking. Lefties, it doesn't matter. Righties, he's hit .341 off lefties, Jose. Unbelievable.
He is getting it done. I tell you, his numbers are just unreal, considering everything, the timing involved.
Sean Figgins with a base hit up the middle. Here comes Steve Finley, and the Angels go up 3-1.
Okay, here comes the frenzy hitting. Angels have a knack for that. And when you're batting as a team .298 with runners in scoring position, those are clutch hits and big hits. Figgins got a ball out over the plate, easily reachable, slapped it by Adams. Kennedy going first to third. That's another nice aggressive play.
3 straight 2-out singles. But Rex, you go back and consider that Orlando Hudson probably would tell you, I should have been able to throw out Finley at first base. And the result is, from a 1-1 tie, the Angels go up 3-1 as the Halos make the Blue Jays pay for their mistakes. A walk and a play that probably should have been made by Orlando Hudson. And here is Orlando Cabrera taking strike one outside corner. It's now the 3rd time through the order, Angels against Scott Downs.
We've seen this a lot this year with the Angels. Opposing pitchers will kind of cruise to the first 2 times in the order, and then all of a sudden one hit leads to another, and then it just becomes contagious.
Brandon League starting to warm up in that Toronto bullpen. Both teams used their pen a lot last night. In 11 innings, the Angels won at 5-4. Cabrera scored the game-winning run, and that ball blocked beautifully by Zahn, or it's a 4-1 game with Kennedy's speed at third base.
One thing the Angels know, and the nice adjustment they've made, is they know Scott Downs is pitching to one level only. He's trying to keep the ball down. And right now the swings you're seeing are exactly in the same plane, same level. Instead of getting on top of it, getting underneath it, they're scoring the ball. Perfect example of the way Sean Figgins drove that ball through the middle.
Angels came in hitting almost 300 in the month of August, averaging 6.5 runs per game. They had just 2 hits off Downs in the first 4 innings and have 3 with 2 outs. Cabrera swings. That's back at the middle. Hudson knocks it down. His throw. What a play by Hudson to rob the Angels of their 4th run.
All right, there he is. Now he showed up that time, saved a run. One heck of a play. Watch him come to his knees. Ooh, man, that's why many think he could get the Gold Glove.
For a limited time, Lincoln Mercury is extending our invitation to pay the same low prices our employees and their families pay. The Lincoln Mercury Family Plan. Through September 6th, get discounts on every 2005 Lincoln. For the 2nd year in a row, Lincoln is the #1 nameplate in customer satisfaction with dealer service, according to J.D. Power & Associates. Now you can even drive the 2006 Navigator at this low family plan price. This offer ends September 6th. No hassles, no gimmicks. From the Lincoln Mercury family to the American family, welcome.
Pope Benedict travels outside the Vatican for the first time to Germany to meet almost 1 million young Catholics for World Youth Day. And KCAL 9 Sylvia Lopez is there live for this momentous event, beginning Wednesday on KCAL 9 News at 9.
Hi, folks. It's me, Tony Danza, and I'm here to tell you that my talk show is coming to KCAL 9 right here in Los Angeles. An hour with stars and everyday people and maybe even a couple of laughs. I sure hope you'll join me. The Tony Danza Show premieres September 12th on KCAL 9.
I'll take the red one, please.
Dad!
Treat yourself to the best values of the year at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event at your Southern California Lexus dealer.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of Angels Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball.
The Angels have given Joe Saunders a 3-1 lead in his major league debut. He has pitched quite well, allowing the Blue Jays just 2 hits, a home run by Hillenbrand, a single by Corey Koski. But a double play by the Angels, Cabrera, Kennedy, and Erstad got him out of trouble in the 5th inning. So Orlando Hudson will lead off the 6th. And there's a smash down the line into the corner. Vlad Guerrero gets to it as quickly as he can and bobbles the baseball. So Hudson is into second base with a leadoff double. Well, 2 lefties going head-to-head today, Scott Downs and Joe Saunders. Saunders in his big league debut, 5 innings now, 3 hits, 1 earned run. And for Downs, 5 hits, 3 of those hits, and 2 of the runs came in the 5th inning.
We'll see how Saunders can work through this now. Leadoff double. That's the 21st on the season by Hudson. Adams' job is to pull him over.
And now it is the 3rd time through the order for the Toronto Blue Jays against the rookie Joe Saunders. Ball 1.
It was a big test for Joe Saunders, pitching with a lead in the big leagues. And it's all about how he responds, mainly with Benji Molina and his defense, which has been superb with him tonight.
Ground ball, second base, Adam Kennedy. Refs like you said, Adams' job, get the man over. He gets the speedy Hudson to third base with just 1 out.
Productive out. Mike Scioscia will keep his infielders back, I'm sure. Now Reed Johnson coming up. He's a contact hitter. Generally, it's an easy RBI opportunity as far as just making contact goes. Want to keep it away from the corner, though. Figgy will be even with the bag, slightly back. If you hit it to the third baseman, that's the wrong spot because the third baseman usually will go for that runner.
Breaking ball. Benji looking around for the ball. It's in front of home plate, so Hudson cannot go. Saunders with a first pitch curveball.
We're either to keep back the infielders here. Cabrera, Kennedy, and see Erstad away from the bag and away from the line. Oh, so you don't want to open up more holes right now. That run is not the one that's going to beat you.
Fouled off the right side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Johnson twice has grounded out to second base. He wants to keep the ball on the ground the way the Angels are giving the run away, and the one player he wants to keep it away from is that pitcher, Joe Saunders. Saunders with just 2 strikeouts in the game. Comes with the fastball. Figgins has it. He holds the runner. His throw. Nice play by Sean Figgins. Wow. Tried to get the guy at third and then leaps in the air and throws a dart to Darren Erstad.
Well, like I was explaining, lots of times that ball's hit to the third baseman. He's going to take that runner if he can, but Hudson took 1 step and went back. Okay, Figgins thought he had him, but watch this athletic move. Uses the base, steps over it, gets on top, a la Roger Staubach. A pass from the pocket as he jumped in the air. That's nice skills right there.
What an ability to be able to think and change your thought immediately from the guy diving to the guy running.
How about the arm strength from a guy who's 5 feet 7 inches tall? And Sean says, you know, I have never, ever had a problem with my arm. I've always had the ability to throw hard on the line. But what an acrobatic play.
He's amazing.
He is.
To play center field, to go to third base.
Vernon Wells, though, gets the base hit and gets Hudson home from third base and draws the Blue Jays to within 1. That's Vernon Wells' 70th RBI this year. He leads the club.
And this is where that play by Figgins looks even bigger. Eliminating base runners, eliminating the run.
Vernon Wells, he's been all over the ball. He flew out deep to right and then a line shot to right and then finally hit one off the end of his bat there for his 70th RBI.
Shea Hillenbrand homered off Saunders back in the second. Fly to deep center. And his last at bat to end the 4th inning, and now takes a high strike. Comes in with the fastball and fouls it off. He's down in the count, 0-2.
This kid has not backed tough of any type of challenge tonight. Do not expect him to do it right here. Now 0-2, bouncing right back. And the ability to mix pitches, throw with confidence, and keep it a nice pace up there.
Well, I like his composure. Saunders, he hasn't shown any type of jitters or anything. He looks polished.
He's got that good changeup. Well, he looks like he's going to stay inside. And he does get him to pop it up into shallow center field. Adam Kennedy takes care of it. Saunders with a fine job. 6 innings, 2 runs allowed. The Angels 3-2 on the Blue Jays.
Nothing's hotter. Cadillac. Breakthrough. The Cadillac employee discount for everyone. You pay what we pay.
I'm like Jack's #1 fan. He just gets me. Jack, it's me! Jack! It's lunchtime! I was really craving another hot sandwich on his famous toasted sourdough bread. Then he comes out with the ultimate club. Oven roasted turkey, Black Forest ham, bacon, which I love, cheese, lettuce, tomato, like he made it just for me.
Doug, glad you like the ultimate club. Stop sending your hair sculptures. I have a stun gun.
Jack's the best.
Angels defense helping out Joe Saunders in his major league debut. He's been sharp. 2 runs allowed in 6 innings. The Angels holding a 3-2 lead. They now bat in the last of the 6th inning, and it will be Darren Erstad, Vladimir Guerrero, and Benji Molina coming up. 3rd time they have faced Scott Downs in this game. Downs gave up 1 in the 2nd and 2 more in the 5th inning, and we have an injury update for you. Dallas McPherson met with Dr. Louis Yoakum, who reviewed an MRI and bone scan on Dallas's left hip. The results showed an irritation in his hip joint. There's Erstad with a base hit to right field. He'll stay at first base, and why not? If you go to second, they're going to walk Vladimir Guerrero. But Dallas will see Dr. Mark Philippon, a hip specialist in Vail, Colorado, tomorrow. Angels also trying to get Garrett Anderson back. He continues to have discomfort in his right lower back and his left patella tendon. He met with Dr. Yoakum and has been ordered to undergo additional lab work. The results will be reviewed by team doctors. Angels need to get GA back. He is such an important piece to the Angels playoff puzzle.
So steady as she goes, day to day.
Guerrero pops it up right side, a long run for the first baseman, and a nice play by Shea Hillenbrand to get the dangerous Guerrero.
Well, that nice concentration. You want to catch everything you can get to when off of Vladdy's bat, because you never know that next pitch he can go deep. Erstad looking for that one more run. He'll be one of 4 Angels with 800 runs or more. Salmon, Anderson, and Brian Downing. So a gapper by Molina could do it.
Benji is singled and flied out to deep center. He takes outside. He's one of the Angels' best hitters against left-handed pitching. Came in at .372. That average is up. 1 for 2 in the game. Got 2 right-handers here in Molina and Rivera, and then 2 lefties back-to-back in Kochman and Finley.
There's Erstad going back with it on his feet. He knows, he's very aware of that step-off move that Downs showed a couple of times last inning. That's why he doesn't want to open up more than he has to in this situation. Big run right there. And Benji at bat. Benji makes good use of that gap right there, that big hole between first and second.
He crushed the ball in his last at bat, Jose. The only problem, he hit it right at the center fielder, Vernon Wells.
Benji's so solid coming through the strike zone, stays and keeps that bat there for a long time. He hits batting practice with his yellow bat, and he said visually he can see the color stay in the zone a very long time, so he uses it for batting practice, and he has been using it since spring training.
Interesting. That's a bouncing ball up the middle, and Adams knocks it down, and he gets the force at second base. Erstad is out. The Angels won a world championship in 2002 thanks to the roaring support they received from their fans at home. On August 31st, the Angels need your support again as the A's come to town to battle for first place in the Western Division. All fans in attendance will receive a free Guerrero noisemaker. Don't miss out on your chance to cheer the Angels on to victory. Log on to angelsbaseball.com and purchase your tickets now. It's going to be loud for the A's.
That's going to be great. Are you kidding me? This got Vladdy's signature on it, got the sponsors on it, Lipton, Skippy, peanut butter. It's a beautiful thing.
God, I thought that was next to me, man. I kept looking to my right. It's coming from upstairs.
Well, Juan Rivera will now come up, and speaking of those A's, they are losing to Baltimore 1-0 bottom of the 5th inning, and Sammy Sosa got the base hit that drove in Rafael Palmeiro. The A's had the bases loaded in the last of the 4th with just 1 out and could not score. Outside.
You know, in that last play that Benji hit, Downs got just a little piece of that ball, slowed it down enough to where Adams could glove it and get the force.
And they barely got Erstad at second base.
Game of inches. You hear that all the time. Maybe it's a baseball cliche, but it's the truth.
It's really the mathematically perfect game. 90 feet. And you always see the infielders catch that base runner by a half step.
They make some changes periodically in the game, not a whole lot like some of the other sports, but the one thing they never change is the distance from home to first or first to second.
But Jose Mota, what is it with the extra 6 inches from home plate to the pitcher's mound? 60 feet, 6 inches. Why not 60 feet?
I'd like to know that one, but I wasn't around when that was put into the rules. I don't know.
But your dad was.
How do you know that?
Your dad's been around forever. Baseball lifer.
And how about that plate?
I'm sure
17 inches wide is that home plate.
I'm sure if anything has changed, somebody will complain. 6 inches here, 6 inches there.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, how did they think all these dimensions up and then have stayed intact for the 100 some odd years they've been playing?
It's worked. It's brought excitement. What else?
Okay.
Rex, why was it when you hit the plate was 20 to 25 inches?
Because I wasn't an accomplished hitter. And sometimes, you know, if there's a Hall of Fame pitcher or a guy who's a great pitcher on the mound, that umpire would give it to you. But nowadays, they've changed. It's one of the things that they have changed. They police the umpiring to where they're trying to get every umpire with the same strike zone. Before they changed it, the National League had their umpires, the American Leagues had theirs, and they had full control. They had their own individual strike zones. The Major League Baseball stepped in and said, we're going to change it.
Juan Rivera strikes out. The Angels threaten but do not score. They have a 3-2 lead going to the 7th.
Over 30,000 California families made history when they became part of the Ford family plan. Now, it's been extended until September 6th. Get employee pricing on Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs, including F-150, the highest-ranked light-duty full-size pickup in initial quality by J.D. Power & Associates. Now, save over 30% off the MSRP on an F-150 regular Cab XL. Ford's family plan ends soon. See your Ford dealer today.
This Californian can't use an energy-efficient ceiling fan to keep cool. But you can. Save energy, money, and the environment. Flex your power for all Californians. And when you hear Flex Your Power now, keep your house at 78 degrees and use a fan.
The 270 horsepower Acura TL with DVD audio surround sound and available navigation is part of commutes everywhere. Possibly the best part. The Acura TL, a higher form of performance.
Angels baseball on KCAL 9 is brought to you by your Southern California Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. By Jack in the Box, where we don't make it till you order it. And by the all-new supercharged Range Rover Sport. Experience the new Rush at your local Land Rover retailer. Our Chrysler game summary, the Angels with a 1-run lead. Joe Saunders in his big league debut, 2 runs in 6 innings. He's only thrown 70 pitches. Kennedy and Figgins have RBI singles, and Hillenbrand with a home run. Wells has an RBI single. A lot of family here today, and it looks like we've got a sellout crowd. Ground ball hit foul, as the batter is the number 5 hitter, Aaron Hill. He is grounded out, struck out looking against the Angels' young lefty Joe Saunders. Saunders has thrown 71 pitches now, and 46 have been in the strike zone.
Stevie talked about family, something unusual in his Major League debut. Joe Saunders came out early before he actually went to the bullpen, went over to the left of the dugout, saw mom and dad, who flew in from D.C. today, also signed a few autographs, something you don't see a starting pitcher do in his day. But he said, I've been waiting anxiously to see mom and dad come down the steps next to the Angels dugout Got a big hug and some smiles.
Well, they have to be mighty proud the way their son is pitching. And there is a looping line drive caught by Cabrera. 1 out in the 7th. And you know, Jose, one of the guys I think is so responsible for the Angels starting pitching success and bullpen success is Bengie Molina. And talking with him before the game, he said, Steve, I want to do 2 things. I want to give Joe Saunders confidence and allow him to pitch his game comfortably.
We asked Irvin Santana what Bengie Molina and Jose Molina and Josh Paul have done for him.
In the air, center field, Steve Finley. So mom and dad Saunders from Washington, D.C. Their son pitching so well. He's gone 6 2/3 innings.
And Bengie also, I remember watching a BP session in spring training when Saunders was on the mound throwing to the hitters and Bengie was behind the plate. He threw his 7-9 minutes maybe, and he showed every single pitch to Bengie down to the zone. After the session, Bengie came out and I said, what do you think? He goes, wow, control? This guy's got pinpoint. He's very impressed with his young men in spring training.
Saunders has only walked 1 batter, and it was Greg Zahn back in the 5th inning. Now he's facing Corey Koski, who has struck out and singled.
Oh, when Bengie, his first full season as a catcher, right here in 2000, he was under Mike Scioscia's tutelage. I mean, Mike Scioscia taught him a lot about signal calling, blocking the plate, everything. So Bengie has benefited from Scioscia, no doubt about that. And then in turn, we've seen the evolution now of Bengie become a Gold Glover, 2-time Gold Glover. We see his brother Jose. They have really benefited greatly from Mike Scioscia, who was a good catcher in his day.
You know, and I like pitchers getting their innings in the minor leagues, but catchers need to get some innings down there, get an idea for themselves.
What I like about Mike and the way he sets up his spring training is that he has all the catchers in the minor leagues come to spring training and catch the big league pitchers. Okay, and it kind of gives them experience. It gives Mike a chance to see all the catchers and talk about the Angel catching way, and that is signal calling.
That's why you can talk to him about Bobby Wilson, who's at Rancho Cucamonga. You can talk to him about Mike Napoli, who's at AA Arkansas, Jeff Mathis, because they have worked in the big league camp with Scioscia. A 1-2 count from Joe Saunders. He threw Corey Koski 3 straight breaking balls. Now he's come with the heat. Let's see if he goes back with the curve.
There's a veteran move by Corey Koski. I'm not going to let this kid tell me when I'm going to hit. I have to be ready myself. That is the kind of pace Saunders had kept all game.
Breaking ball hit to Darren Erstad. He'll win the race to the bag, and the Angels take a 3-2 lead to the bottom of the 7th inning. Quite a night for young Joe Saunders.
Nice ride.
Thank you, Mocha Coca. Chrysler and Jeep came up on Buku Awards. And Dodge trucks last as long as the Deagle Double Chisel. Plus, I got the hookup, nephew, for sure.
You know, I'm not too sure of what you just said. Now everybody gets a great deal.
For shizzle, I can zizzle.
It's Employee Pricing Plus, our employee discount plus cash allowance on Chrysler, Jeep, and Dodge.
If the ride is more fly, then you must buy.
That's what I hear.
I'm Dave Gonzalez. Tonight after the game, authorities defuse a possible terrorist plot in Southern California. What the FBI discovered. And a local man barely survives a vicious chimp attack. Now hear his harrowing story.
I'm Jackie Johnson. I'll have your 5-day weather forecast on KCAL 9 News tonight after the game.
Is Ronnie cheating on Martin?
Please don't shoot the messenger. Well, the messenger's got it coming if he's a dirty little eavesdropper.
Next, Frazier.
Tonight at 11 on KCAL 9.
The Angels and Joe Saunders with a 3-2 lead over the Toronto Blue Jays. The Jays and Angels getting together, and it's another 1-run game. The last 3 have been 1-run decisions, and all 3 have gone extra innings. Saunders would love to see the Halos get the win, and he could make mom and dad proud, who came all the way from Springfield, Virginia, Washington, D.C. area. And his pitch efficiency has been terrific. He has had pitches counts throughout the evening. 0-1, 1-2. Down, staying in the game. He's pitched quite well. He'll face Casey Kochman, Steve Finley, and Adam Kennedy here in the 7th.
Koch, he didn't want to strike out here. I'll bet it'd be interesting to hear from him how many times he's had the hat trick in his career. I bet not very often.
1 strikeout for 17 games. He has 2 tonight against the soft toss and lefties, been sweeping him away. And he struck him out in a pitch identical to that, about 88 miles an hour, back in the 4th inning looking. Well, he has pinpoint control tonight. That one misses. 3-1. He's walked 1 batter, Rex. And remember, that guy scored, Juan Rivera, in the 5th.
So Koch will get him something good to hit here. I'd almost be willing to guarantee he won't strike out in this at bat. Of course, it's safe to say now 3-1.
Got to be aggressive right here.
Just barely misses with the fastball outside, and Kochman with a leadoff walk in the bottom of the 7th inning. Hey, how about fun, son, and Angels spring training baseball? It's your best bet for a great vacation getaway, and the best way to get there is on the new official Angels spring training package. Here's your opportunity for the best game tickets, hotel accommodations, and exclusive barbecue with Mike Scioscia. For more information, visit springtrainingtours.com or call 1-800-8-WARM-UP. That's 1-800-892-7687. Fun time in spring. Steve Finley up. Takes a strike.
Ooh, that might have been a little up, but Finley in his last at bat, maybe this was the turning point for him. As he hit a little 3-4 hopper, Hudson ranged over. It came up on him. He couldn't make the play. Finley got a knock. And he's asked to sacrifice bunt. And that pitch was a breaking ball, a little bit high. He pulled back and got called a strike.
Not very many happy campers here to my left. That pitch is up.
I could hear him in there.
Pulls the bat back. The ball wanders away, but Kochman can't go very far. Zahn has done a great job not only in this series, but in the series in Toronto, blocking balls in the dirt, giving his pitchers a great deal of confidence.
Right now, Scott Downs is not treating this like a sacrifice situation, because he knows any given moment Finley can pull that bat back and stroke a fastball if he doesn't put his best effort into it.
But this is a good situation, though, for Finley. Go ahead and get the bunt down. Okay, it's the little things you can do to help your team win, to get him in scoring position right now. He's already got him a base hit. It's just a kind of a no-brainer for him if he can get this down.
Way high. 2-1.
Not that one. A little chin music. When you're squaring around a bunt, you see that coming at you. That's a scary thought.
He hasn't missed that much all night long. The thing is, right there, now he went and thought bunt. Well, let me get something up in the strike zone, hoping that Finley gets underneath it. Missed by a lot.
Finley gets it down. They go to second and get the force there. So Finley took it right back to the pitcher. If he goes third base or first base side, Kochman is in scoring position with 1 man out. Our in-game box score. Let's take a look at what the Angels have done. Figgins with a single and an RBI. Guerrero has a single and a run scored. And then you've got 2 hits from the bottom of the order, both with run production. Finley has scored a run, and Adam Kennedy drove 1 home. Adam single broke a 1-1 tie back in the 5th. Sean Figgins put the Angels up 3-1, and Toronto came back in the 6th on Vernon Wells' single. Kennedy swung at the first pitch and singled it sharply to right field his last time up, driving in a run. So Downs says, I'm going with the breaking ball away from him, and Adam takes it. Ball 1.
Downs making just his 5th start of the season. He's at 88 pitches thrown.
It's pretty much been a swing man for manager John Gibbons. There's that step again.
Yeah, as a starter, most he's thrown was 89 pitches.
One of the reasons he's starting was the guy who was right behind John Gibbons. That was Ted Lilly. And of course, a guy who was a Cy Young candidate, Roy Halladay, not playing. Hopefully he'll be back soon. He was supposed to start yesterday's game, but that leg that he broke in a line drive in the Texas series, he still has not recovered from, so they pushed his start back.
No, his arm strength is fine. He looks good, but his mobility has been a question mark, so they're not going to try to rush him back now. It's good for the Angels. The guy's got 12 wins.
Fastball in there, 1-1.
And it is his landing leg, absolutely. His arm might be fine, but you know, you make repetitions and you land in different mounds and different dirt, and you don't know how you're going to react. How you'll try to compensate and maybe eventually even hurt your shoulder. And he has had his shoulder problems. He did last year.
Kennedy swings and misses. Down in the count, 1-2. Oakland has tied up their game with Baltimore. Mark Kotsay went deep in the 6th. The A's have lost 3 of 4, and that was after winning 39 of 48 to get right back in the American League West race. Angels at 20 games over 500, 69 and 49 with a 2-game lead on Oakland. Finley at first, 1 out. Adams swings and misses and strikes out.
Well, Steve, as you mentioned, that first pitch kind of dictated the whole at bat. Not wanting to give anything close to Adam Kennedy.
Nope, don't see that very often. Kennedy, as red hot as he's been, rarely swings out of the zone like that.
So Scott Downs continues to confound major league hitters. Allowed just 1 run against the Detroit Tigers in his last start and only gave up 2 hits then. And against the Angels, he's allowed 3 and given up 6 hits. Trying to go 7 innings again. For 91 pitches, here is Sean Figgins. Strike 1. Figgins has struck out, flied out, singled to drive in a run. Now has 42 runs driven in this year, most from that leadoff spot.
Finley getting worn out over there at first base.
Inside, 1-1.
John Gibbons, the manager for the Blue Jays, he's keeping an eye on him, hoping that this will be his last batter and he can get an out for Downs. But if Figgy gets on here, he might go to the bullpen. He's thrown a lot of pitches for him since 94th.
Well, Figgy got off to a slow start hitting from the right side, and the numbers will be kind of lopsided now throughout the rest of the year. But he's done a nice job in being steady with that hit because his front foot is landing softly. He's not lunging at the ball, making more solid contact from the right side.
Figgins fouls it back. The count goes 2 balls, 2 strikes. Downs, remember, spent much of this year in the bullpen. He has only started recently because of the injury to Ted Lilly, so he's not used to going this deep in games. He has just 1 win, and it was in that last start against Detroit. Beat the Tigers 2-1.
He's done a nice job tonight keeping his team in the game.
Outside, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
He's given up 7 home runs. Excuse me, 8. 6 of them to right-handers.
Looks like a guy that's very comfortable in this role.
And a valuable guy to have when you can swing him like that. From the bullpen to the rotation.
To third. It's a foul ball.
Everybody's running everywhere, but no one has checked the umpires out, who yelled foul right away. I heard Dan Iasanya, right when the ball kicked foul, he threw up his arms. But that didn't stop the runners. Finley was going first to third the whole way. You never can assume anything. You see how it bounces foul. Umpires were on that call, but you don't assume anything. Finley went first to third with a nice slide. Figgins ran all the way through the bag and started to second base even. So they need a little bit of time to catch their breath. You see Figgy, that's distracting too, because when you're breathing heavy and you're trying to concentrate at the plate, that can really be a headache for a hitter. Look at him. Figgy's still breathing hard, but you got to focus up on that pitcher now. Look at his concentration.
Breathe out, let go, like Kichiro does.
In the dirt, Figgins works the walk with 2 outs, so the Angels have first and second, and Downs walking 2 batters in the game, and here comes John Gibbons, like you said, Hud.
Yeah, it's time for him to go, but he did a nice job. You could tell he was kind of laboring there the last few batters. His command wasn't the same, but still a nice effort. Gibbons has got to be pleased with that.
A pitching change here at the Big A. Angels trying to protect a 3-2 lead over Toronto.
I'm looking for who killed my mother.
In America's #1 movie, justice comes.
Give me the gun.
In 4s.
We still family, right?
Amen. 4 Brothers, rated R, now playing.
For a limited time, Lincoln Mercury is extending our invitation to pay the same low prices our employees and their families pay. The Lincoln Mercury Family Plan. Through September 6th, you'll get our discounts on every 2005 Mercury, including Mariner, 26 miles per gallon highway, a Consumer's Digest Best Buy, and a distinctive look all its own. Drive the 2005 Mariner at this low family plan price. Offer ends September 6th. No hassles, no gimmicks. From the Lincoln Mercury family to the American family, welcome.
What? It's 3:30. Is that lunch or dinner?
It's lunner. After lunch, before dinner. Lunner.
Well, shouldn't it be Linner?
Actually, it's lunner.
Now at AM/PM, pick your favorite 3 for just $1.99.
Hiya, folks. It's me, Tony Danza, and I'm here to tell you that my talk show is coming to KCAL 9 right here in Los Angeles. An hour with stars and everyday people and maybe even a couple of laughs. I sure hope you'll join me. The Tony Danza Show premieres September 12th on KCAL 9.
Quality work by Scott Downs. 98 pitches thrown. He leaves, allowing 3 runs in 6 2/3, but 2 guys on base belong to him. Steve Finley at second base and Sean Figgins at first base. So Downs hoping that young Brandon Lee can get him out of a jam.
Brad Arnsberg, he's the pitching coach there, talking to him. Before that, he was talking to Ernie Witt, longtime Blue Jay catcher. But this kid League, look at him. He's got 7 walks, 13 punch-outs, limited amount of games, but he's got a good, strong arm, 95 to 98. Fastball, slider, and a changeup.
Bit of a side armor. Also noticing his warm-ups here at field level. He only threw 2 breaking balls while warming up.
Nope, pretty much know what you're getting from him. When you got a fastball above average like that.
Well, right back to him. And Cabrera grounds out on 1 pitch, so League does his job in the 7th. The Angels lead 2 on and will go to the 8th. The Angels protecting a 3-2 lead.
It's here, Suzuki's Smart Summer Savings, where more and more people are discovering Suzuki's full line of cars and SUVs.
XL7. Verona. Reno.
8 models with more features and more value.
Forenza. Forenza wagon by Suzuki.
Plus America's #1 warranty.
Numero uno.
Suzuki's on a roll with great cars, great deals, and America's #1 warranty. Don't miss Suzuki's Smart Summer Savings.
It was the smartest move we ever made.
Suzuki.
Get 0% APR and up to $1,000 customer cash on select models during Suzuki's Smart Summer Savings.
First, the governor tried to end death benefits for the widows and children of cops and firefighters killed on the job. Now he has a plan that cuts school funding by $4 billion and threatens local funding for police and fire protection. So who does he blame? me.
Papers report the governor has a secret plan to create a phenomenon of anger against firefighters and other public workers, blaming them for what's wrong with California.
Instead of working with the legislature to fix problems, the governor's looking for people to blame. People like me.
The Saab 9.3 with turbocharged performance and an estimated 30 miles per gallon highway. When you ignore the status quo, anything's possible. Saab, distinctively designed, independently inspired. And now with the Saab employee discount for everyone on 2005 models, you pay what we pay, not a cent more.
Joe Saunders' father flew all the way from Washington, D.C. to be here, and he is mighty proud of his son. Now he's trying to protect a 3-2 lead. Oh, the nervous times of parents as they watch their kids perform. And here we go to the 8th inning. Bud Black making sure that bullpen is ready, because Joe Saunders facing the bottom of the order, a red-hot Alex Rios, who is 0 for 2 in the game against Saunders, twice grounding out, and then Orlando Hudson, who is 1 for 2 with a double. Ball 1.
Saunders, though, man, I'll tell you, he's just kind of cruised through this game, really mixing up his pitches very well. Fastball, slider, and a changeup in the very first inning.
Bouncing ball, Orlando Cabrera. 1 out. Joe Saunders, who's quite a pitcher at Virginia Tech, an All-American, drafted first round by the Angels just 3 years ago, and now he's making his major league debut. He had a fine year at AA, AAA, getting the promotion, winning 11 games. July 1, he pitched his best game of the year, a 1-hit complete game shutout for Arkansas. Fastball just misses inside. And his velocity on his fastball has gone up the last 3 years because he's coming back from that left shoulder problem he suffered in 2002 and shut down all of 2003. Tony Regan saying they have had him at 94 miles an hour at times. He's starting for Paul Bird, who could not make the start because of back spasms.
But man, what a nice fill-in. Another good call down to the minor leagues to get a spot starter. It's the 9th starter used this year by the Angels.
Scott Shields starting to warm up in the Angels bullpen. Shields went 2 shutout innings last night, got the win. Just missing inside. 3-1 to Orlando Hudson. So he went away with the changeup, came back in with the fastball, and both barely missed. Home plate umpire is Dan Iasonia. First base Dale Scott. Tim Tashida at second. Ron Culp at third. Right back up the middle, he challenged him, and Hudson lines a single to center. So the tying run is on with 1 man out here in the 8th inning.
I like the fact that they're staying with him, even though Shields is loosening up. Can come into this game. He's thrown 88 pitches, 57 for strikes, 31 for balls. Not too shabby for your major league debut.
He will face Russ Adams, who is lined out, popped up, grounded out, 0 for 3 against the Angels' young lefty. Ball 1.
Hudson has only stole 4 bases this year, has been caught once, largely because of that hamstring problem. He hurt a month ago, and he's been trying to play through it without missing any time. Bud Black trying to let him catch his breath here, talk about some situations.
Well, Mike Scioscia said what they wanted him to do was just execute his game plan, the same game plan he had in the minor leagues that was successful, not worry about the major league hitters. And he has looked very confident.
Bud Black, good communicator. Scioscia, good communicator. So I mentioned it earlier in the game how they get together in spring training and they talk about communication between the pitchers and catchers. That's the biggest thing they work on in spring.
Saunders threw a great pitch to Alex Rios back in the 5th inning. A situation that was first and second, 1 man out, and got a 6-4-3 double play. To keep that ball down to Adams, and Russ takes another down in the zone. 2-0.
Adams has only grounded into 4 double plays this year, so by the numbers he doesn't hit into too many of those, but Saunders would love one here. And to get 8 innings, your major league start, the first time, that's solid against a tough team.
Grounded foul. 2-1. And Adams does have surprising power. He has 8 home runs this year. He had 2 in 1 game off John Garland, who has more wins in the American League than any other pitcher with 16. Bartolo Colon will go for his 16th against the Boston Red Sox this Thursday. Low 3-1.
Bud Black came out and asked him how he was feeling. Gave the bullpen a little bit of time to get ready just in case he loses this guy. Johnson on deck.
Kevin Gregg has joined Scott Shields in the Angels pen. Adams takes his strike. He was taking all the way. The count is full. 3-2.
Probably the most impressive thing about tonight is his composure. Saunders doesn't look like a rookie at all. I mean, making his first start. He hasn't been nervous, haven't seen any jitters. The kid hasn't been in any major trouble. Wants to execute a pitch right here.
Adams lifts it foul out of play.
Hudson was going on the pitch. Benji's thrown out 27% of the runners this year.
And Hudson not running as often as he used to because he's had a right hamstring problem the last month of the season. Only 4 stolen bases in 5 attempts. Adams is a tough guy to strike out. You've got the lefty-lefty matchup here. And even if he gets the guy out, Reed Johnson, I would be surprised if Mike Scioscia stayed with Joe Saunders with 2 right-handers warming up and Reed Johnson, a right-hander, in that on-deck circle. Up high, ball 4.
What a good job. Listen to the crowd. Kid hasn't even left the mound yet.
Joe Saunders in his major league debut goes 7 1/3 innings. Gives up 1 hit in the inning and just 5 total for the game. He leads with a 1-run lead, and the Angels bullpen will try and protect it.
You know what's insane? You can control the Black Eyed Peas with the push of a button.
F-R-E-S-H-B fresh, D-E-F, that's right, we definite, Black Eyed Peas, we reppin' it. Turn up the radio, blast your stereo right now.
The music, the stuff, it all comes together right here. Best Buy. Thousands of possibilities. Get yours.
Putting money in the bank felt like winning. Wouldn't you speak up? Look up. Count up. Think up. Stand up. Save up. The Orange Savings Account from ING Direct. The savings account that grows for people who live life looking up. Call 1-800-ING-DIRECT. Save your money.
The look of a young man and a job well done. Joe Saunders' major league debut as mom and dad flew in from Washington, D.C. Mom wiping the tears away, mighty proud of young Joe, who pitched so well tonight. Gave up 2 runs in 7 1/3, but there are 2 runners that belong to him at first and second base. Orlando Hudson with terrific speed at second base, and Russ Adams, who just walked a 3-2 count and walked. So the new pitcher is one of the best setup men in baseball, Scott Shields. He's been struggling of late. Did get the win last night with 2 shutout innings. 2.35 ERA and great batting average against. He will face 2 right-handers, Reed Johnson and Vernon Wells.
Yep, bring in that double play specialist. Shields with that good sinker. That's what he wants right here. Johnson's grounded into 8 double plays this year.
Runners go, and the ball skips away from Benji Molina. And the runners will advance. So now it's second and third with just 1 man out. And how about that from John Gibbons? He has a double steal on in the 8th inning. And now the tying run is just 90 feet away.
That's the 58th wild pitch by an Angel pitcher this year. That leads the league. So forget about the double play ball. Now Scott Shields really wants to focus on Johnson here. Wells is on deck. Vernon Wells, their most productive run producer of the season.
Angels playing their infield back. They will give up a run to keep this from being a big rally, giving the Toronto Blue Jays the lead with a drawn in infield where the ball scoots by. Johnson had the same situation back in the 6th, but Sean Figgins made a remarkable play and threw him out at first base. In there.
Yep, steady as she goes. Go ahead and get that fastball in there. Saunders did his job, passing the baton off to a very reliable reliever. The bullpen has had their problems past few games.
Try to get that 2-seamer on the outside corner, barely misses. The count goes to 3-1. They go right back to that outside corner, and Shields catches it, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
Right, sometimes you got to take your chances here. He's got a nice 94-mile-an-hour 2-seamer that really has some movement on it. Don't want to load him up for Vernon Wells. But then again, you know, if he does lose Johnson, there's always a chance for a double play. Saunders is hopeful in his only tough inning.
Bouncing ball, Erstad has it. He's coming home, and Hudson is out at the plate.
The one place Johnson didn't want to hit it was to either corner, and he picked Erstad, who had a tough time finding the initial handle on the ball, but was able to regrip it and give Molina a good throw in time to lay the tag on it. Boy, that's a big play right there. Hudson tried to get his hand in there on the dish, and Benji Molina got the tag on him before he could get the hand there. Tagged him up on the waist.
Now the Angels need one more big play against the RBI king for Toronto. Vernon Wells came in very hot. He's 1 for 3. His single drove in the 2nd run. He takes a strike right down the middle. Wells came up there in the 9th inning yesterday and had a chance to win it with 1 man out, but Wells popped up with a runner at third base, and the game tied. They went to extra innings, and the Angels won it in 11, 5-4 on Darren Erstad's single. Bouncing ball Figgins has it. His throw on the money. The Angels out of trouble in the 8th inning. Joe Saunders, his evening over. Shields with the hold, and the Angels right now with a 1-run lead.
Yes.
Treat yourself to the best values of the year at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event.
Come on out!
Where are you?
Come on out.
Chicken.
The Western Chicken with bacon and onion rings. New at Carl's Jr.
Nice ride.
Thank you, Mocha Coca. Chrysler and Jeep came up on Buku Awards. And Dodge trucks last as long as the Deagle Double Chisel. Plus, I got the hookup, nephew, for sure.
You know, I'm not too sure of what you just said. Now everybody gets a great deal.
For shizzle, I kazizzle.
It's Employee Pricing Plus, our employee discount plus cash allowance on Chrysler, Jeep, and Dodge.
If the ride is more fly, then you must buy.
That's what I hear.
Angels baseball on KCAL 9 is brought to you by Dodge. You can take life as it comes, or you can grab life by the horns. Dodge. And by the new Western Bacon Charbroiled Chicken Sandwich at Carl's Jr. Without us, some guys would starve. Scott Shields does a great job. Joe Saunders says, thank you very much, brother. And Joe Saunders, in his big league debut, has pitched a wonderful game, just giving up 2 runs in 7 and the 3rd innings. The batter is Darren Erstad to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning, and Brandon League stays in the game to face Erstad, Vladimir Guerrero, and Benji Molina. The Angels would love to give Frankie Rodriguez a little bit of insurance here in the 8th inning. And Erstad, oh, what a play by Koski. Gets up and fires and gets Erstad by a step.
Well, that's what we're talking about on defense with Koski. His offense may waver at times, but never does his glove. He's stretched out to the max, gets on top of that ball, throws a perfect strike to Hillenbrand. That's a beautiful play.
And that was 2-base hit written all over it. But Erstad, the first man out. Now League must face Vladimir Guerrero. Guerrero singled his first time up, takes a breaking ball low.
Well, that man Bill Stoneman, the general manager for the Angels, got to be smiling. Pretty happy to see his young left-hander do the job tonight, filling in for Paul Byrd in his major league debut, going 7 in the 3rd innings. Shields picked him up, though. It's a nice job of helping him out. We saw the exchange in the dugout, how happy both guys were. But it's not over. Blue Jays are tough.
Guerrero hits it sharply, but right at Russ Adams. 2 out. Angels fans, the team shop at Angel Stadium has great Angels gear for all your back-to-school shopping needs. Check out all the new styles and show off your Angels pride this year. The team shop is open Monday, Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sunday from noon to 4. For more information, call 888-502-6435. You can get that at the team store. A hat like that. Benji Molina hits it to Russ Adams, so a very comfortable inning for Brandon League. We head to the 9th. The Angels trying to hold on to a 3-2 lead over Toronto.
Introducing the all-new 2006 M-Class.
On the next 9 on the Town, the stars are out and they're just waiting to be spotted by you.
Celebrity sightings all the time. It's a very busy street, I would say every day.
From the Walk of Fame to the secret hideaways, we'll reveal the best places to see your favorite superstar.
They're guaranteed to see anywhere between 5 and 20 celebrities every single day having power lunches.
Tomorrow at 6:30
on KCAL 9.
Thrill seekers, bargain hunters, unite. The Mitsubishi Summer Thrill Ride clearance is here. Now for a limited time, buy any new 2005 Mitsubishi car or SUV and never pay interest. Get 0% APR for 60 months on all 2005 Mitsubishis and save thousands in finance charges compared to a typical car loan. Only at Mitsubishi, driven to thrill.
Eric Dickerson to the set, please. Eric to the set.
We got that, little man.
No running in the halls, Dickerson.
And Jim Hill, Eric Dickerson, and Steve Hartman will have it for you beginning in September, Sundays at 8:30. If you want the NFL, they've got it. 2 rookies. Urban Santana left. He has 6 wins. And Joe Saunders trying to get his first in his major league debut. He pitched a gem. And the Angels, #1 starting ERA in the game, 3.77. And they've got Frankie Rodriguez. Pitched a shutout 9th. And now he comes on for the 9th, trying to protect that 1-run lead.
Pretty nice defensive plays behind K-Rod last night. He's got a good, nice fastball, even though last night he was only hitting 91, 92 on the radar gun. But he's got that nasty slider. If he spots that fastball, he can get away with that. But normally he throws around the mid-90s with that fastball.
He says he has been sacrificing a little velocity for command, but his command was a bit off with the fastball last night. Here's Shea Hillenbrand, good fastball hitter. He gets a hook, strike 1. Good news from Oakland. Baltimore scoring 3 runs to break a 1-1 tie and make it 4-7 Orioles. They've gone to the bottom of the 7th inning. Another hook, another strike, and Hillenbrand down the count. 0-2. Throw it again.
Why not? Maybe throw it a little bit lower. Down in the dirt. With 0-2, you don't want to give a power hitter a hanging slider. Or up in the zone like that.
Hudai would have gone with that breaking ball, and Hillenbrand, such a good fastball hitter. He shows him 1 fastball, and he misses his zone where he wanted to go, and it was up and a single.
I'll stay with Benji Molina here. Watch this. He gets up, he comes up out of his crouch. He wants it shoulder high or neck high, and it didn't quite get there. It was just up. It was hittable, and Hillenbrand got his top hand on that. Now, if he's throwing 95, he fouls that off, or he swings and misses. But at 91, you can hit that.
Eric Hinske comes up to pinch hit. He is 1 for 5 against Francisco Rodriguez.
This guy's 2 for 9 off the bench with 3 RBIs for John Gibbons. Be careful with him too. He's got some pop. Hasn't been getting a lot of playing time lately since Koski came back.
Well, if it's the Angels and the Blue Jays, it must be another 1-run game. 9 of the last 13 games with the Angels have been decided by 1 run, but 7 of the 9 have been won by Toronto. Now he's wild with the fastball, a 3-0 count. He showed better command with the breaking ball to start this game than he has with the fastball recently.
His command has been wavering his last few outings. He has lost a few guys on walks, but like I said last night, a couple good defensive plays behind him that helped him out. Might need that here in this inning.
Well, he gets a fastball across to Hinske, 3-1. But again, because there's so much to Frankie, and part of his greatness is that deception with so much coming at you, arms and legs, but mechanically it is not perfect. Hinske takes it outside, ball 4, and the first 2 Jays reach here in the 9th inning.
That's the 21st walk in the 30 games now that Frankie's been in. Okay, after just walking 2 batters in his first 14 games of the season, Frankie definitely has been having some command issues.
He is still in his first full year as a closer, backing up Troy Percival for years, and had a breathtaking stretch earlier this year where he had 9 straight saves, but lately 20 walks last 29 games after 2 walks in his first 14. I still go back to that 0-2 count. He'd thrown 2 of the most beautiful sliders in a row, and I know he was going up in the strike zone, but he has not had good fastball command lately. So Saunders is staring in the face of win number 1. Let's see if Greg Zahn is in a sacrifice situation.
Don't see a whole lot of guys bunting Frankie Rodriguez successfully because of that hard fastball and the downward bite to his slider. But the Blue Jays want to get in here with a good hitter on deck, and Corey Koski, they might want to move the runners. See what he does.
Zahn does sacrifice, and it's a good one. Figgins drops the ball. Bases are loaded.
Perfect bunt, really, for a sacrifice. Frankie brought the fastball on him, but Zahn, perfect technique there. Look how he gave himself up plenty of time to see the pitch. Drops it perfectly. Figgy basically do or die play there. Hopped up a little bit, and he couldn't glove it. Now, Frankie's in a heap of trouble. Nobody out. See how he can escape this one. Or the young Joe Saunders making his big league debut.
Well, Francisco Rodriguez, a strikeout pitcher, and right now he needs a bunch of them. John Gibbons will come out to talk with home plate umpire Dan Iasonia. Looks like they're going to bring in Frank Catalanato, and it might be for Alex Rios because Koski's still at the plate. Angels middle infield back. Give up a run to turn 2. Koski in this game has struck out swinging, singled, and grounded out. Ball 1.
Benji with a nice job shuffling that body in position to keep that ball in front of him. Koski 1 for 2 this year with the bases loaded. Overall as a team, the Blue Jays hitting .357 with them loaded up. Frankie'd like to get ahead if he can. Because when you fall behind, the hitter knows what's coming pretty much and knows that pitcher's trying to throw a strike.
And Francisco Rodriguez has fallen behind 2-0, so not much has gone right for Frankie in this inning. On an 0-2 count, he gives up a base hit to Shea Hillenbrand, then walks Hinske. A sacrifice results in a hit by Greg Zahn. Bases loaded, the count 2-0. And Hosky takes a swing and lifts it foul out of play. It's a 2-1 count.
Yeah, you had to be figuring he was hacking there. Bases loaded. A good hitter gets that 2-0 count. He's looking for dead red. He was behind it. Koski hits one to Erstad or Figgins. They'll probably be coming home. Middle infielders, they'll take their chances with a double play.
Swing and a miss. The count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So he got the fastball by him there.
It depends on how hard the balls hit to the middle infielders, though, that will determine if they'll turn 2 or not.
Breaking ball. Runs away from Molina. No advance by Hillenbrand, but the count goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes. So now Rodriguez has to be aggressive in that strike zone. He has to take a chance here and hope that Koski hits it at somebody.
It's all you can do in this situation now. A couple knocks and a walk. Zani with that sacrifice bunt attempt, and figuring if they couldn't get it out there, that proved to be pretty large so far. But we'll see how he can do here.
Benji wants to go visit with Francisco Rodriguez. A 3-2 count. The bases are loaded. Hillenbrand at third base, Eric Hinsky at second base, and Greg Zahn at first.
Pretty good pinch hitter on deck too. Catalanato, guy could makes pretty solid contact.
The Angels offense has been picking up. They're starting pitching outstanding, but their bullpen has been in a bit of a rut. And here's a fastball that misses, and this game is now tied. So Rodriguez remains wild, and the Blue Jays are all locked up with the Angels at 3, and Joe Saunders can no longer win it.
Not the way you want to do it. You prefer to make the hitter earn it, but his command is off. Talked about Catalanato now. He's 3 for 7 off the bench with 2 RBIs.
Now the Angels will bring the infield in, trying to protect a 3-3 tie. Catalanato will try and give them the lead. Up high with the fastball, and Rodriguez really wild. We saw this same performance the last game of the New York Yankees series.
When he gets wild, his shoulder comes out, he tries to overthrow, and that leaves the ball up and away usually.
In there, 1 ball and 1 strike.
You see that with that high leg kick, he gets so much momentum going, swinging out. Sometimes that pulls his shoulder out. It's tough for his mechanics to stay intact all the time. But Bud Black, keep an eye on him, and they'll try to figure out the problem.
In the air, right side. This will get the go-ahead run home as Vlad makes the catch. And here from third base comes Eric Hinsky. He will score, and Toronto goes in front 4-3.
That's a slider that's up in the zone. Catalanato is a veteran hitter. Went ahead, pulled it out there, and you're going to see a rare occurrence here as Mike Scioscia comes to the mound to take Frankie out.
Well, we've seen a lot of good lately. Vladimir Guerrero, the offense, speed, the starters, but the bullpen has been going through a real rough time for the Angels.
Permanente. Thrive.
More and more people are switching to the trucks and SUVs they really want. GMC.
Going from the Dodge to the Sierra, I love this ride.
I shopped for 6 months. The Yukon had everything I wanted.
I'm so glad I moved up from my Ford into this new GMC.
You can still get the employee discount for everyone on remaining 05 models. Get a Yukon 2-wheel drive SLE for just $28,185. See the pros at your local GMC truck dealers.
This summer, SeaWorld
comes alive at night. With all new shows like the Acrobatic Riptide, Shamu's House of Douse, and the Sky Blast Fireworks Spectacular. Don't miss all the nighttime entertainment all summer long. And now, Southern California residents save $11 through September 5th.
John Gibbons has seen some amazing games against the Angels in his career as their skipper and also as their bench coach. And John Gibbons has seen so many go the Blue Jays' way in one-run games. They were down one. They've come back and they've taken a one-run lead in the top of the 9th inning against Frankie Rodriguez.
Yeah, it all started with that 0-2 to Hillenbrand. He tried to get a fastball up, and you know that just started everything rolling. Then the walk.
And here is Kevin Gregg. He is the Angels' hottest reliever right now. 10 1/3 scoreless innings in his last 5 games. He's lowered the ERA from the mid-7s to the mid-3s.
It's good hard fastball, mid-90s. Maybe he'll have a little bit more command than Frankie did. He's got a slider, changeup, and a split finger.
Orlando Hudson takes strike 1 inside corner. Orlando 2 for 3 in the game. A batting average better than .330 his last 10 games, and you can see what he has done against the Halos in this series.
Tough out.
Popped him up. Steve Finley or Juan Rivera. It's Rivera to make the play, and 2 gone.
It'll be Juan Rivera who will lead off that 9th inning for the Angels. Kochman and Finley will follow.
And likely against Miguel Batista, who has been their closer. The Blue Jays are 0-48 this year when trailing after 6 innings. They're the only Major League Baseball team without a win. Nearly broke that streak last night, and here's Batista warming up. There's a strike at the knees. It'll be Rivera, Kochman, and Finley coming up in the 9th inning for the Angels. So they'll have to do the same that the Blue Jays did to Francisco Rodriguez. Another good strike on the outside corner, and Kevin Gregg jumps in front of Russ Adams. 0-2. K-Rod gave up a single to Hillenbrand, a walk, a single, another walk, and a sacrifice fly, and Toronto scored 2.
Kevin Gregg, though, coming right in, getting ahead of hitters. Going to snuff them out right now and give the Angels a chance to come back. You never know.
He kept the Angels in the game last night, pitching 1 scoreless inning, striking a man out. Flare to left. It hangs up for Rivera. He makes the catch. The inning is over, but the damage has been done. Toronto ties it and then takes the lead 4-3.
Nice ride.
Thank you, Mocha Coca. Chrysler and Jeep came up on Buku Awards. And Dodge trucks last as long as the Deagle Double Chisel. Plus, I got the hookup, nephew, for sure.
You know, I'm not too sure of what you just said. Now everybody gets a great deal.
For shizzle, I can zizzle.
It's Employee Pricing Plus, our employee discount plus cash allowance on Chrysler, Jeep, and Dodge.
If the ride is more fly, then you must buy.
That's what I hear.
Today, someone will die.
Once it was our world.
Do not step off of the path.
What was that?
We brought something back.
Now it's theirs.
Wake them up, Waco. My God.
September 2nd, evolve or die. A Sound of Thunder. Rated PG-13.
As the sweltering days of summer come to pass, the time comes for an event so momentous it can't be missed. The Toyota Time Clearance Event. Now get a low $279 lease on a new Tundra V8 Access Cab, a V8 4Runner, a new Highlander, or a new Sienna. It's your choice. Just $279 a month for 36 months with a $1,500 drive-off. The clock's running, so catch this event now. With deals like these, everyone wins. That's moving you forward.
Carl's Jr. superstar of the game, Joe Saunders, big league debut, goes 7 1/3 innings and leaves with a 3-2 lead. Scott Shields got the hold, but Frankie Rodriguez could not save it and nail it down in the 9th as he gave up the tying run and the go-ahead run. And now it's the Angels' turn to try and come back on the Blue Jays. They'll have Juan Rivera, Casey Kotchman, and Steve Finley coming up against Miguel Batista. An earned run average over 3. Good command, 16 walks in 58 innings this year.
Hope he's a veteran, and this is the first year they've made him their closer. He's blown a few, like they all have, but he's not overpowering. He's like 92, 93 with his fastball, which is a good fastball. He'll cut it. He's got a slider and a split finger. That's his out pitch. And the Angels want to try to get to him early before he gets to that splitty. That splitty's a good one.
Well, if the Jays win by 1 or the Angels win by 1, this will be the 10th game in the last 14 played between the Angels and Blue Jays, decided by 1 run. Rally caps are on. They worked last night in 11. The Angels won, and we've got a crowd of 42,468 on hand. Miguel Batista against Juan Rivera. Rivera has bounced into a double play, walked, and struck out.
Get him on, get him over, get him in. At least tie it. That's what they want.
Ball 1.
Any way you can. If you got to take one for the club, you take one. Get drilled. However, they need a base runner. They're down to their last 3 outs.
Just low. It's a 2-0 count.
They want looking for this now. Batista wants to get that strike in there big time. 80% chance of a fastball. Hitter's got to be looking for it. Oh.
2-1.
On the outside part of the plate. Wasn't exactly where he wanted it. As far as Rivera, looking for that mistake over the middle.
He missed with the first 2, caught the outside edge with the fastball. A 2-1 pitch is taken at the knees. It's 2-2.
Boy, Batista spotting those 2 fastballs on the corner. They're playing Juan Rivera to the right field side. Look at all the area in left center field. Big area also up the middle. Just want to try to hit the ball right back to the direction it's coming from. Look for something out over.
3-2.
Oh, he humped it up there. That's an above average fastball just through there. 97 with some movement.
Kotchman waiting. Batista with the 3-2 count against Juan Rivera, trying to keep the tying run off the base paths. Fouled off.
Staying alive. Batista's staying with that fastball. He's not messing with the split finger.
In Oakland, Baltimore has a 4-2 lead. Arcatse, who hit a home run to tie it, now has an RBI single in the 8th inning. It's Baltimore 4, the A's 2. And a walk to the leadoff man, Juan Rivera, his 2nd walk of the game.
Now that is a nice at-bat right there. He milked the pitches. He swung at one and fouled one off. But he's going to give way now, Juan Rivera, to Meiser Esteuris. He's got more speed and a chance to score on a gapper. Angels, they don't go easily. They're a tough ball club. See all that love for that walk?
The Angels have 6 walk-off wins this year. 1 last night. Casey Kotchman up, showing good power the last couple of weeks. Takes outside, ball 1. And the Angels just want him to continue a rally. But if Batista makes a mistake, Kotchman, remember, has hit 4 home runs his last 24 at-bats. Struck out twice against the lefty Downs. Strike call, 1-1.
victory last night was the Angels' 7th walk-off of the season. It don't matter how they get them, whether they come by the home run or the single. The Sturris not looking like he's going to run.
Outside corner, 1 and 2.
Batista's showing pretty good command, putting it where he wants it on the outside corner away from Kochman. Kochman is a real nice spray hitter. He makes good contact all over.
Casey chops it to Orlando Hudson. They get the force. That's all they'll get. And Kochman safe at first base. As is Sturris saying Adams came off the bag, but they give the out to them and 1 man out.
Pitch sequence there, and then at bat, Kochman, okay, fastball up. He's trying to keep the ball away from him. Now there was one down the middle. That one was saying hit me out of the park. That one was on the outside part there, and he went with a slider down. When you're in a situation like this late in the game and you're a hot hitter, you got to look for your pitch and be aggressive. What a nice opportunity for Finley to do something grand for the team.
Pinch runner Jeff DeBannon for Casey Kochman. And Steve Finley against his old teammate Miguel Batista. They played together with the Arizona Diamondbacks, and they have competed against each other in the past. Finley 3 for 7. He swings and hits a high fly ball to right field. Reed Johnson makes the catch. 2 out.
Oh man, I'm telling you, just missed that one. Just a little bit underneath it, but he had that home run swing on it.
Joe Saunders, a wonderful effort, but the bullpen could not hold it. Shields did. Frankie Rodriguez did not, and the Angels now with 9 of their 16 blown saves in the last 18 games. That is something they must correct down the stretch last 6 weeks of the season. Here is Adam Kennedy. He's 1 for 3 in the game, a single and RBI back in the 5th inning. And AK takes strike 1, a slider from Miguel Batista.
It's a good pitch to a hot hitter. Don't want to throw him a cookie down the middle.
Kennedy 3 for 9 against the Toronto right-hander. Now the Angels down to their last strike. The Angels had a 3-2 lead going to the 9th inning, but Frankie Rodriguez came out and was wild. Gave up a couple of hits, also a couple of walks. 1 walk with the bases loaded that tied the game, and then a sacrifice fly. Or Saunders would have had a win in his first start in the major leagues. Kennedy towards left field and out of play.
That's good for Jeff DeBannon now. See, he took off running. He hit second base, and he's loose now. Good little practice run for him. As the Blue Jay defenders in the outfield are playing with their backs against the wall. Anything that Kennedy could hit to the wall, they want to be able to get to it and to a cutoff man before DeBannon can score.
Ball and 2 strikes to Adam Kennedy. And Toronto trying to stretch their Tuesday road record to 10-0.
You mentioned that early in the game.
They are 15-3 this year on Tuesdays. Kennedy hits it to the first baseman, but off of his foot. So they'll try it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Batista coming after him with some nasty pitches. The Angels going through a rough time with their bullpen. Earned run average over 4 their last 20 games. 9 blown saves in their last 18 games. At Benji Molina, Scott Shields, they did a wonderful job tonight. Angels just needed to close it out in the 9th. Batista with the 1-2, and now he'll go to first base to try and hold Devan in there.
Batista, when he's ahead in the count like this, is going to tease the strike zone, make it difficult for the batter. Not going to give him anything too good.
Two and two.
He's throwing sliders down the low. He's doing a split finger, a couple fastballs, but all around the plate, nowhere near the center.
Kennedy got it on his hands and sends it foul. They'll try it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The next pitch by Miguel Batista to the Angels second baseman will be the 8th in this at bat. So maybe Kennedy getting a better read on him. Adam has 2 home runs this year. It's just trying to extend this inning, maybe get a gapper and chase the speedy Devan home from first base. Again on his hands.
Finally, Batista says, all right, I'll give you one down the middle and take my chances. At 95, that's not a bad gamble. Kennedy having a good at bat, though, trying to find the one on the sweet part of that bat. He's got 15 doubles this year. Double would be nice. This is a lousy single. Keep it going.
Spins and fires and gets him, and the Toronto Blue Jays come from behind to knock off the Angels. Another 1-run affair between Toronto and the Angels, and this one goes to the Jays. The final score 4-3.
Talked about reality show is back. 18 fighters, 2 Ultimate Fighting contracts, 1 Octagon. Who will make it to the UFC? The Ultimate Fighter 2. Check your local listings. Only on Spike TV.
A bold new taste? It's at a Subway restaurant. The toasted chicken and bacon cheddar barbecue sub. Chicken breast strips, bacon and Monterey cheddar with a sweet and sassy barbecue sauce. The toasted chicken and bacon cheddar barbecue sub. Subway. Eat fresh.
Experience the flavor of Mexico.
For a limited time, Lincoln Mercury is extending our invitation to pay the same low prices our employees and their families pay. The Lincoln Mercury Family Plan. Through September 6th, you'll get our discounts on every 2005 Mercury, including Mariner. 26 miles per gallon highway, a Consumer's Digest Best Buy, and a distinctive look all its own. Drive the 2005 Mariner at this low family plan price. Offer ends September 6th. No hassles, no gimmicks. From the Lincoln Mercury family to the American family. Welcome.
Angels baseball on KCAL 9 has been brought to you by Toyota. Get a great lease or low financing on any new 05 Toyota. See your Toyota dealer today. By AMPM. AMPM. Too much good stuff. and by your Southern California Lincoln Mercury dealers. Here at the Big A, a disappointing 4-3 loss to the Toronto Blue Jays. The Angels took a 3-2 lead into the ninth. Frankie Rodriguez blew the save, and the Blue Jays escaped with a 4-3 win. With the Angels getting only 6 hits tonight, you may still be a winner in the Toyota 9th Hit Online contest. A winner will be randomly selected from today's entries. Log on to hit at kcal9.com next Tuesday for another chance to win. Our Lexus play of the game.
Back in the 8th inning, Erstad was at the right place, the right time. Makes a good throw home here to preserve that 1-run lead. Hudson thought he had it, but there was no chance, and that would set the stage for Frankie to come in and close it for Joe Saunders, who pitched a marvelous game today, but it was not in the cards.
So for Rex Hudler and Jose Mota, this is Steve Physiok saying so long from Angel Stadium. The final score 4-3 Toronto. Tune into KCAL 9 next Tuesday as the Halos travel to Camden Yards to take on the Baltimore Orioles. All the action starts at 4 o'clock. You've been watching Angels baseball on KCAL 9. Have a great night, everyone.